Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everybody! Happy Christmas. What's happening?
We survived.
We did.
We've all survived. We made it to Christmas.
We did.
Little milestones, Josh.
Yeah, it's the little things, Chase. It's the small things. All the small things.
All of the small things. You're right.
How's it going, everybody?
What's up?
It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
Christmas.
Cheers.
Cheers. We got special guests here. And
We
they
do.
decided to wear black for Christmas. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. We have Josh and Laura joining us today.
Woo! Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thanks for coming up.
You got the memo. We matched.
We did.
Yeah, it worked out perfect, actually.
It did.
It worked out entirely perfect.
Somehow these guys matched in their sweaters too.
Yeah.
That's a coincidence. but-
Hey, I think we look sharp.
I think we look fabulous.
We should have definitely played a show in this, too.
We will.
We
will
Show.
play.
Yeah, we will play a show in this. We look fantastic.
It's Christmas 2024. Here we are.
What's
Can you
up,
believe this
Noah?
year's? Oh, yeah, Noah.
Noah's got a hat on too.
Not the only one wearing black.
Oh, I didn't know he got the other hat.
Nice. You can be on our team. It's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chase.
It's a golf
We welcome
Christmas.
you.
I like it. That's like your kind of shirt, Josh.
Yeah.
I'd like it.
JB. Sorry, we'll refer to you as JB if
That
that's
works.
okay.
That works.
So to
That-
differentiate.
Yep.
I like it. That is your kind of shirt.
I had an actual Christmas sweater, but I can't find it in my closet, so this is the closest thing I have.
Hey, dude, it's fine. It matches the chair. You're good.
Yeah.
You're styling. You're profiling.
I blend in with the chair and the background.
Yep.
The hat's a nice contrast, though.
Yep, it is. I like it.
We're quite loud.
Yeah, we are very, very, very fucking loud.
I love it.
So I can't believe the year's almost over. I was thinking about that today. I was like, because I was trying to order Harper something online, and the thing kept saying it ships late December, and it like dawned on me. It's like, oh, holy crap, the year's.
It is late December.
We
Yeah.
are late December.
I know, but it's for whatever reason. I think it's been like this blur or something of the last like few months.
Did anyone wake Green Day up? I feel like we missed that
think we
like
missed
a few
that.
months ago.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hurricane kind of hurt that.
Yeah.
That's fine. They suck anyway. They
forgot.
can stay asleep.
I just can't believe. I swear to God, it's like every year as you get older, though. Like it feels like the year is so much faster. And I think like when that hurricane, and we're not going to talk about that tonight. We promised to keep it light. But when that happened, like it's like everything from then on has been like a
Yeah.
It has.
like a blink. It seems like that was yesterday. It was literally like
3
the
months
end
ago.
of, yeah, 3
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah.
It's wild. Fastest
believe
3
this.
months of my life. I
Oh
think.
yeah, for sure. For sure. And the first 2 or 3 weeks of that were the slowest. I feel like 2 or 3 weeks of my life.
Yeah, I know.
They
Yeah.
wouldn't end.
We were talking about though earlier. Me and JB and Laura were talking like how simplistic though life was when that happened, and like now that we've all went back to work and like all this, back in the grind of it, and now
Yeah.
you hit a Christmas and you're like, oh, we actually get a Christmas break.
Yep.
It's crazy. I don't know. It just blows my mind that years pass that fast.
I blinked and it was finals week.
Yeah, no joke. Like you
Yeah.
literally finished school like 2 weeks ago, didn't you?
I finished school 2 days ago.
Oh,
2
really?
days ago.
Nice.
Yeah, I got finished last. I was exempt from all my exams.
So how much more you got left to graduate?
I may have to tack on one extra semester in fall of next year to do like maybe one class.
Yeah.
And then I'm done.
Good for
I've
you,
got-
Noah.
Awesome.
Well, that's for your certificate.
That's my certificate. My
Yeah.
high school classes I have 2.
Yeah, you'll graduate
Really?
I
Yeah.
gotta,
high
I gotta
school
take
this.
personal finance. I have
semester.
to take Spanish 2. That's it. That's my. That's my.
So you'll graduate in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Sweet. Congratulations, Noah.
That's awesome.
Let's go. We're proud of you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
So are you going to continue on in the early college and do the whole deal?
I'm gonna get my certificate and I'm done. Which would again require me to do I think one more semester. In
So here's the question. What are you doing afterwards? What are we doing?
What am I doing after? I
He's
graduate?
getting a
From-
job.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Spoken like a true
He's
dad.
getting a job.
I'm learning how to drive. I'm practicing learning how to drive, getting a job, and just being a functioning member. So I quit being a freeloader, basically.
Hey, good for you.
Wow.
That's right.
Awesome. Man.
Where do you see the career path going?
Tech something.
Yeah.
Tech something. Whether
He's
it
gonna
be
be a tech bro.
IT department anywhere, or I may end up at the IT department at Mainland.
Hey, there you go, man. Do it. That's awesome. Yeah, Ryder told me the other day he finally started talking real about careers. He's like, I think I'm just going to be an engineer, and I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
Because there's 1,000 different engineers. There's
Yeah.
literally not
Yeah.
just 1,000. There's a million.
You
I
can,
think.
you can find a way to nerd out about something and be an engineer and be good at it
Right.
and make money. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Everything.
Yep.
So
You can. You can.
yeah.
So Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
We have some Merry Chrysler.
Yeah.
Merry Chrysler.
Yeah. Maybe.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. We have some really, really awesome vintage. What are they that you sent? Recipes?
They're recipes.
No, that's what he said.
There,
Yeah.
there were some festive holiday recipes.
Yeah, we'll go
from-
through those first.
from days gone by.
Yeah, Noah, if you want to pull those up, I have them already on the other screen,
I noticed.
and we can just go through those.
And a couple of these didn't have like a full recipe with them. It was just a picture, but I read the description that was in the article with them. And so if we need to, I can kind of describe what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen any of these,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Eat that
what's-
microphone there.
Okay,
Next,
there we
next
go.
picture.
There we go.
No.
Okay.
Next one there. Yeah.
Well, we can start with that one. I don't even know
No,
what that is.
this.
But
No, that's something else I wanted to talk about. So.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know how to exactly move the. Oh, I zoomed in on it.
Okay, if you'll look over to the side there should be an arrow. There you go.
Boom.
Boom.
Now we can zoom in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, what is this? Noah, read this to us.
Even I can't read
That
it.
is a holiday vegetable loaf.
Holiday vegetable.
Okay, so what is in said vegetable loaf? Zoom in a little bit more now.
Here, I can pull up the messages and just read
Yeah.
it here
Can't
off
zoom
my
in anymore.
phone.
So what have we got there? It's on a mound of potatoes
on a tray.
around broccoli or kale.
And it looks like there may be some sort of beet jello or
The
something in there as well.
70s
Yeah.
was a horrible time. Just gonna.
Oh, they had horrible recipes.
Well, the music was good and the drugs were cheap and the
I feel
women
like
were
the
free,
drugs were
but
good, and that's
the
what
food
made
was
everybody
crazy.
think the music was good.
Well, maybe this is what made this food. Maybe the drugs are what made this food.
I think corporate America tried to sell more mayo and jello is what made most of this
Yes.
food.
They did. Like, yeah. Okay, so this is a holiday vegetable loaf. 38 cents to 46 cents per portion. Holiday vegetable loaf.
bad.
Broccoli, firm, fluffy potatoes, cranberry, turkeys, and apple ring. Get a true recipe for this glamorous, low-cost holiday vegetable loaf together. I can't read it because it's so pixelated because the ad's so old. But
Boy, let me tell you, my toilet should be afraid after said
all right,
vegetable loaf.
now hear me out. If that vegetable loaf were a meatloaf, okay, and those apple slices were tomato slices, even though I don't like tomato, that would still go better. On the bed of potatoes, that would be okay. That would be all right.
I mean, the bed of potatoes, I feel like, is the winner in this thing. Maybe the broccoli because
That's-
it looks like
that's
some pretty
tolerable.
decent. Yeah,
What
that's
are
tolerable.
the round things? Is that
Potatoes. The potatoes. So
The potatoes are to distract from how disgusting the loaf probably is.
Exactly. Because if you pair anything
saying.
with mashed potatoes, quite honestly, it's pretty good.
Put enough butter and salt, you'll be all good.
that I believe those things on the side are the cranberry turkey apple rings, which are probably some sort of Jello concoction, like most of
Okay.
the other things that we've discovered tonight.
Yeah.
Why was everything in the 70s either a loaf in
Or
gelatin,
a gelatin or
a Jello salad,
It's
or
a mold of
I
sorts.
don't know. Did your am I the only one that had the grandma that made the Miracle Whip salad with green Jello?
no,
mix?
Nanny made it. Yeah,
Yeah, and like walnuts and stuff in it. I very much
Yeah.
feel like that was
Oh, yeah.
a holdover
was
from
that
the
Watergate
70s.
salad?
Oh yeah.
Yes, Watergate said yes. Yeah.
Did you guys also have the one with the mandarin oranges, in like a mold?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And,
Yep,
and
I've had that.
My
And tomato
family
aspic.
has always made that, and there's marshmallows in it, and it's this whole gelatin mold.
I feel
it
like
was
that's a leftover from these
It
days.
was delicious.
for sure.
It was
But they're
absolutely
good, don't you?
delicious. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There was
I always
also
look forward to it.
a tomato aspic dish that would show up at our holiday dinners when I was young. With my grandparents were
Right.
born in the 1910s, and so they lived through all this.
Right.
And it was basically tomato, like ketchup Jello.
Oh dear God!
And I mean, you could look at it at first, and it would almost look like your cranberry sauce and little come out again. But it was tomato.
Nah.
It was tomato, like tomato soup Jello flavor,
Fooled you.
ketchup flavor.
I just need to know who came up with like, let's put these together. They'll be good. Anything with mayonnaise. Pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah, mayonnaise.
And we will
was-
see that as we progress.
We will, yeah, for sure.
absolutely.
No, you can put it on one that actually has you in there too if you want. It's all
Yeah,
plus
man.
screen share if you'd like.
But I feel like this dish loses me mostly at the vegetable loaf. What is said vegetable loaf made of?
I don't know.
Let's see if I can.
Carrot. I'm thinking carrots, peas.
What is the base?
Beans,
it looks
probably.
like there's meat in there too. So I want to know what that's.
I
Coming
mean, it's
from.
brown.
It's gotta be meat.
brown.
It's
It
brown.
looks like a deep fried gold bar.
Most of my vegetables, I don't prefer brown.
No, I don't want my. No, I don't want my veggies brown.
But think about how many people you could feed with this. And you said what it was like 47 cents.
38 cents or 38 to
36
47.
to 46, I think. Yeah, 38 or 36
A pound?
per serving.
Oh, per
Per
serving.
serving, yeah.
Okay. All right. You see?
Yeah.
We're getting down.
Now, back in the day, that was a lot more money than it is now.
Oh, sure. Right.
But still, I mean, everybody's got to look at their cost-saving measures around the holidays.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was what corporate America was trying
You're
to do.
going because you're going to JCPenney's or Sears and you're ordering your gifts and everything ahead of time to go in and pick up to take home at this point in time. So.
Right.
Yep.
Gotcha. I do miss the JCPenney catalog.
Oh, dude,
I
I
will
do
be 100%
too.
honest
Yeah.
with you.
I do too.
The JCPenney and the Belk catalog were
We didn't get the Belk. We got the JCPenney and the Sears and go
the
through
Sears catalog. Yeah,
circle
was good.
everything I
Yeah.
wanted.
Oh, yeah.
And then give it back to mom and dad and just.
I would always go to the back and like look at the women in the
Oh yeah,
bras
yeah,
and shit.
yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
I mean, every boy did. That was our
That was cool.
our first like
That was cool, man.
that was.
Also,
I mean, we
makes
didn't
for
have.
great kindling.
Yeah, it does make forget. You tear them pages out.
Yeah.
After
They'll
you're done with
go.
that, the
Yeah.
holiday catalog. Oh, I've started so many fires with
fires.
those.
We didn't have the internet, so I mean that was our porn back then. We had to.
Pretty much,
Pornhub
yeah.
didn't exist.
Yeah.
It was the Sears.
And the
catalog.
romance novel advertisements in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yep.
back of the magazines. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
That was where you had to go.
This is making me feel real young.
Yeah. Dude, you don't even know. No.
This is
mean,
way
It was
more
rough out there.
there
It was
was-
rough on them streets.
There was no internet, so you wanted to order something from a
rough
catalog
on
like
them
that.
pages.
One, they had to send the catalog to your house first.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you picked
Sign
out what
up.
you want. Everything had an item number, and you could go in and you could fill out an order sheet in the back, and you could either call the number and tell them over the phone every single thing that you wanted to order.
That
to
was
have
the
shipped.
quickest way to do it.
Yeah.
Or you took that out and you folded it in, you put a stamp on it and mailed it in, and several weeks later they would get that and process it and then send your stuff in, and you'd get a call, hey, your order is here at the local JCPenney and you can come pick it up.
And
Yep.
it would take forever.
But those catalogs, no, the holiday ones,
They were
like
they,
this
yeah,
thick.
They were novels.
Oh yeah.
They were like a novel size, or like it looked like a, because it was the consistency of like a phone book.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It was like
Thin-
super
thin
thin,
paper.
but full color.
Magazines.
I remember back in the '90s, they started to be full color. Remember that?
Yep.
That was like, God, how much could it? It had to have cost a shit ton to print.
Oh
those.
yeah, for sure.
So they were making like real money. But even before that, Noah, here, let me blow your mind. Dude, you could order a house from the Sears catalog back
Yeah,
in the day.
that's
A
right.
literally, you could order the house, and they sent you every component to build a house.
Yeah.
Not just a full-on home.
Like a
Full on
full
house.
home.
They sent you the
Like everything.
2-3
yeah, they sent you the
bedroom.
foundation package. They sent you the framing package. They sent
Everything.
The
It would all-
siding.
It would all
roofing.
come in
Yeah.
on a train and then get, if you were a place where you could pick it up at a train station, or you could get it trucked into your location if you're in a smaller town.
Full-on 1-story, 2-story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
a
have
lot of
a
the-
bunch of them.
Yeah.
A lot of the older, like kind of Victorian era style houses that you see out in a lot of the smaller towns, a lot of
Yep.
places
Came
were
from
those Sears
Sears.
Came from
houses.
Sears.
Now you can order a house off Temu or Temu.
They'll collapse in a week.
That's great.
Don't support them Chi-Coms, okay? Don't order that.
No.
Is it a full size
Garbage.
house? Is it not
It's
a
like
full size
3
house?
rooms.
I mean, because some of the stuff you order on there, you're like, hey, this looks right, and it shows up, you're like, oh, it's
It's
not
like
really.
it's this big.
Those are funny. We should do a thing of those where people like ordering from what was the other one? The one before Temu?
Oh,
Wish.
Yeah,
Wish.
Wish.com. Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's go to our next Christmas delicacy of ages past.
Okay.
Oh dear God.
This is a Christmas candle salad. So the trick on this one, it's a cherry and banana mold is what it said. So there's
Oh,
the
those
description.
are bananas.
Yeah, those are bananas, Laura.
Like, wait a minute. What do these
I
look
was
Caesar
like?
saying
salad,
headspace.
cherry and banana mold.
So there's basically it's just a Jello base that's a star shape. Pretty easy to make. Either using a Jello mold or you could use cookie cutters to
Cookies,
slice it
Right.
out. With a half of a banana stuck on it. But the description that was with it said the trick to making it look like it's melted wax is to dribble mayonnaise down the outside of the banana.
Hey, but listen, I will tell you right now that a banana and mayonnaise sandwich, we used to eat them when we
we
were
did
young.
too. We
And they are not that bad.
They are not.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that.
This is horrible. But I like this. I like this set decoration that they've used. Like, look at the angels, and they're looking on, mouths agape, like singing. But like, really,
Surprise.
or are you just in awe?
Over these phallic-shaped bananas with the white green sauce dripping from them.
Yep.
Okay, so hear me out, though. I will tell you, the Jello, remember the Jello jigglers?
Oh yeah, I remember the
Yeah.
jello
And then,
jigglers. Yeah.
And I love those because it was like what my grandma used to make us when, you made and then you took the star or like made it into
Oh,
like
yeah.
a shell, and that was the way you served it. Now, I do miss that. I will say that is, but the bananas, dude. And they have just the perfect amount of curve to them,
It
too.
looks like it's sex ed when you're practicing putting a condom on.
They just look inappropriate. There's a reason that we didn't serve bananas in the kitchen at the children's home.
Right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat my banana now.
That is exactly why.
I don't know. I didn't get that from this. I thought they just used straight up candles with wax.
Well, good for you for not
we
being
got-
a
no,
dirtbag.
phallic object.
No, these are not the candles. Those are coming up.
Right. Okay.
That's horrible.
That's great.
The decor is pretty good, though. What is that in between the green, the roughage?
It
what,
looks like
what is the roughage
that
thing?
looks like a frise leaf.
Right.
Yeah.
See,
I love the giant bowl of mayonnaise in the background too.
Yeah, like, hey, you don't have enough dribble? Get some extra dribble on there.
Dip in there.
Yeah.
Dip in there. Get some more.
Good gosh.
Go for a second round.
Go for a second. Double dip if you
Double
will.
dip that dribble. So this
I
called
want to
would this
know
be
who
called a
actually
blizzy?
made this. If someone would like write in or comment like,
Oh yeah, please.
oh yeah, my
please, God.
grandmother,
My grandma made a
great-grandmother,
blizzy.
like, used to make
Absolutely. If anybody out there has had any of these and tasted any of these, let us know.
We need to hear about it in the
Oh, yeah.
comments for sure. All right, shall we move on?
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Oh, perfect.
God,
Here we
So
go.
this is cranberry candles.
Cranberry
Okay.
candles.
So now the trick is it's not actually a candle. It's a cranberry jello mold that you put a birthday candle on the top of so you can light. So it looks like a decorative candle, like a big Yankee candle type of deal. But you're supposed to eat it except for the candle.
Yeah, just mind the wax.
so
and there's another bowl of mayonnaise in the back. What the hell?
well,
I think this was a mayonnaise company.
and that's because well, it is. This is a Hellman's recipe. So
Okay,
Hellman's
all
wanted
right.
you to make this. So the gist of this one, if you zoom in, you can read it. It's really small.
Yeah.
But basically, this one you were going to take your cranberries and take them and put them in, blend them in, make a jello,
Right.
and it starts to set up. Before it sets, you whip in a bunch of mayonnaise into the jello. Which is why it has that beautiful pink hue to it. It's not red. It's not deep. It's not clear. It's now opaque, and it's
Oh my.
because of the mayonnaise in there. But then you fold in your actual cranberry fruit and like some
Right.
walnuts and nuts and everything. You put it in your cup molds and everything. You turn it out. You put it on your plate with some greens around it, and you put the little candle in the top. And then it looks like
Right.
a candle, but surprise, it's actually cranberry mayonnaise jello
Oh
that you can eat.
God.
That you eat. You give
I
it.
mean,
God.
just because you can eat it doesn't mean you should.
So you give. I don't know if like this is a. I don't know if this is supposed to be like. There's 3 of them in the picture. I don't know if this is supposed to be like part of a centerpiece or if like each person at the table gets their own. And you're like, hey, by the way, surprise!
Wait, I've got to know what it says up there. I can't read.
It says.
What does that say, Noah?
It says.
Start a whole new holiday tradition.
It says you'll start a whole new holiday tradition.
By making your food look non-food like.
with mayonnaise.
Right.
Thank
Why?
God I wasn't alive for any of this.
Why does every dish have just random greens strewn upon it too? Like
Well,
the
that's
garnish was out of control.
That
with
looks like a
these.
collard, maybe.
The garnish was out of control.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
It's like collard or small spinach or something.
Yeah.
Some sort of
Yeah.
heavier.
Yeah.
dark
Something that
green.
doesn't go with cranberries.
Yeah, at
For
all.
sure.
For sure.
You're not supposed to eat it. It's just supposed to look nice.
Right.
I mean, I'll say though, like
What a wasteful time.
Now I
This
will.
is the food that we prepare to look nice while we eat
Now-
our other food.
Now you say that. I mean, at Thanksgiving we had collards and cranberry sauce
Right.
and stuff like that for,
Oh,
for
yeah.
Thanksgiving. So that's having those two things on the
But they
same
were
plate,
ate separately.
and they weren't like, hey, these
They
are
were
Blended
one
together
cold-
and made into a
cold-
gelatin mold.
cold greens and mayonnaise cranberry jello.
All right,
that
go
is
to
a
the
thing.
next one.
Oh my God.
That one is just a crown roasted frankfurters, and we can pretty much see it's just a bunch of hot dogs,
Hot dogs.
with some sort of filling.
It looks like
didn't
parsley
say.
at the bottom.
All this looks like AI.
Yeah.
70s AI.
70s AI.
Why would you stack waiters?
They
up
didn't
like
need AI back then.
The 70s weren't real.
Wait, what's on the top? What's that red stuff?
I don't know.
Is that
It looks
red
like-
peppers?
It looks almost like chopped cabbage or something in the middle.
Yeah,
with some red peppers
that's
on
definitely-
Let me
Well,
guess.
see,
There's
that makes sense.
mayonnaise.
Maybe it's like a
mixed in.
coleslaw.
Yeah, there's
it. Yeah,
mayonnaise
or
too.
it could be
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
got to
yeah.
be mayonnaise
Yeah.
in it.
There's mayonnaise in all
Hey,
of them.
Mayonnaise and hot dogs is not a bad combo.
No,
Yeah.
that's not. And what it is you've got the frankfurters all the way around, and then inside that, underneath that layer of cabbage, is just a giant pile of mayonnaise.
See, I can
never
kind of
know.
get on board
Exactly.
with this because I do eat my hot dogs with like mayonnaise,
Well, yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
like
I do
coleslaw
too.
or whatever.
But hear me out.
I can get on board with this one.
Maybe it's so. This is Frankfurters,
just
which
how
is a
they're
German
cut.
thing.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. It's
Hear
not
me
actually
out
a
here.
hot dog, but-
Perhaps it's cabbage in
Yeah,
the middle,
I'm sure it is.
and that's like a roasted cabbage and Frankfurter when it is deconstructed. And what they're doing here is constructing the food into other,
They're trying to be so creative.
They are.
and it's so ridiculous.
It's so
This is the
pretentious.
most edible one so far.
I agree.
Yeah, quite
It is.
honestly, yes.
I mean,
I would
'cause
probably eat
if
this.
you have a hot dog or a sausage with sauerkraut, that's a very normal thing.
right.
Like that.
Yeah.
That would.
Yeah,
that
that's
would
what
go.
I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
take
Maybe
on
that's
like
what it
a
is. Maybe that
sauerkraut.
is sauerkraut.
But I
Yeah,
don't
like a
want to cut
sauerkraut
out
for-
my coleslaw and Frank's like a cake.
I mean,
You know?
here, have a slice
Here,
of
let me get a slice.
wieners and
And this is like because they'll take like a like lamb, like a rack of lamb ribs or anything, and they'll do the crown roast where they do the ribs around in a circle like that.
so that's it's a take
That's
on
a
that.
thing.
Yeah,
But it's with hot dogs. So this is again, we're probably only about like 30 something cents per portion.
Yeah.
we could do this. I could afford that.
so this is
That's-
basically like if you're poor and can't afford gas in the 70s, this is what
Yeah,
you make.
yeah.
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 Bring your tower of.
This is
wieners.
Jimmy Carter's.
Jimmy Carter Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter Christmas.
Jimmy Carter Christmas. Here we are.
I swear Jimmy Carter is like immortal. How is he still alive?
I don't know.
This is definitely some American food though. I would be curious to see what other countries have from the same time
Yeah.
period. You know, I know that Britain's been stuck on toast and beans since like
Right.
the Blitz and the blackout.
Yeah,
and
for
all
sure.
That, so-
Europe, I feel like, has inferior food to the entirety of the rest of the European.
Even the UK.
Yeah,
does.
yeah, the UK,
Yeah.
yes. Well, maybe not even the UK, honestly. Maybe just
London,
England.
London, just
London.
Yeah.
Just London.
Like for some reason there's there's not really any good food. Then you go and all it is when you get to France and Italy and Spain and all that is incredible food. Even Germany and
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
then you Greece, all your Mediterranean stuff, and they're just like
Beans
Fucking
on toast.
beans on
Ain't it?
toast and fish and chips or whatever. Like that sucks. Anyway,
Well, chips are just fries.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
a
they are.
license for like beans on toast?
I think English people are just primitive.
I think so. I think
Primitive
you might be
species.
right.
I'm saying that as I'm friends with a British guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a little bit primitive.
Well, primitive, ain't it?
What's next here?
What even is this?
that.
Holiday meat tree.
That is
What
just
is that?
this is Mike. I showed these to my kids, and they deem this the most edible option. The meat tree. Everybody wants to have a meat tree
Right.
on their plate, or to be able
Around
to partake
them.
of.
A meat tree sounds like an innuendo.
Inside them,
It
Right.
does
What a-
sound like
what
an
a meat tree.
innuendo.
Right, so they just wind up little bologna pieces.
So it's literally you take
They
it.
shove some
It's a loaf of unsliced bread. You basically cut one end off, so it makes a stand, and then you I think, cut these slices, and you just basically like stuff the meat into these slices in the bread, so it just kind of coats the whole thing, and you can just pull off whatever kind of cold cuts you want.
See, that's
okay. That's
Okay, that's all right.
an interesting way to serve cold cuts, which just seems like a lot of extra work.
which
Having
we
a
kind of
regular.
do some of that a little bit. That's still
Yeah.
done every now and then.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
What this is a
not
fucked
sticking
up
in a-
charcuterie board.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
Basically, a more decorative.
I can go to
charcuterie
the
This is
Ingles
where
Deli,
someone saw-
not our Ingles, but
Right.
one of the other Ingles delis,
Right.
and order a cold cut tray and just have it all laid out, and you can grab what you want, and it's
Right,
fine. You
right.
don't have to stick into it. But again, they were very concerned with the presentation back then,
They, I can
that's
see that.
that's really good. I mean, that's okay.
What are the little straw-looking
That's
things?
what I said. That's like wound up bologna.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a little
They wrap it.
bologna.
No. To the right of them, the little like curved straw-looking things.
It looked kind of
next
like
to the olives.
look like miniature
Look like
French fries,
onion straws or French fries or
Yeah.
something. I
Looks like they've like julienne cut some like carrots or celery or
don't
something.
understand anything.
The bottom says a long loaf unsliced bread. That's for the
Uh-huh.
stand, the base, and
Yeah.
2 pounds assorted cold sliced meats, a bunch of leaf lettuce, stuffed olives, radishes, and toothpicks. I don't know if there's.
Maybe those were the toothpicks. Just
What are
sitting
them
This is
about.
where
flower-looking
so
things?
that's the radish where you cut them real
Yeah.
fancy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is where
Yeah.
the charcuterie
Oh.
started, and people saw it and they said, "Okay, let's not do this. Let's do it a different way."
We don't need to waste a loaf of bread on this.
Yes.
But what a charcuterie board is basically just this deconstructed.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
deconstructed.
Let's get the bread. Let's put some butter on it. Let's get it toasted up. Let's
Right.
make it.
Let's get a fancy
actually
cutting
look-
board.
Right.
We got a fancy cutting
Oh,
board.
you gotta have a
Yeah.
charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have the board.
Yeah. For sure.
This
I
looks,
love it.
This looks like a monster from Cloud. You get a chance of meatballs come to life.
It does. Honestly, it looks
It
like
does.
a comic book monster. Like
Like the blob from Goosebumps, except it's food.
it
very
does, man.
confusing.
That's exactly what I was.
All I
thinking.
can see is AI. Everything from the 70s looks like AI. Or maybe everything AI makes looks like it comes from the
It
70s.
kinda does.
It's trained. It's trained. There is a lot of AI pictures have that weird kind of like glossy sheen
Yeah,
to them,
yeah.
which kind of mimics the very specific studio lighting a lot of the advertisements have had, where it had like a white, like everything had like a white highlight on like some part of it.
Yeah, that is
show.
true. That definitely does have that. A lot of your
So-
AI photos. I saw a thing today where they have a little camera that goes on your like keychain or whatever, and it basically is just a really shitty VHS. And they're like, look, it makes everything look vintage. I was like, no, we're trying to
It's
get away
tape.
from that. No, it was
back to
terrible. It was terrible. Don't go back to tape.
We're going back to tape and film.
And if you're going back to tape, don't go back to VHS. Go back to like
At least beta, but maybe
right.
My dad worked in TV news back in the 70s,
Yeah.
and so he shot film for the ABC station in Memphis,
Yeah.
and he could carry around a 60 millimeter film thing, actually shoot film with a bunch of extra packs of film and go all day. They switched him to early video, and it was like 40 pounds of gear he had to carry
Oh, yeah.
to shoot the worst looking footage he'd ever seen.
I'm
hated
telling
it.
you right now, video tape is the worst era.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the worst era. I'd rather it look older than that, like even like 60s, 70s,
Reel to
you know,
reels.
reel to reel type stuff. You know what I mean? That looks way better than VHS.
Oh
does.
yeah, we used to go to the library every like Tuesday morning. They'd have like the little 60 millimeter film camera they'd pull out, and you'd just see like a documentary and stuff.
Right. See,
It looks so
that's
good.
what
Looks so good.
See,
Yeah.
I like old film, so I like it, but I know what comes along with it: the bulkiness, the everything
The
else.
No,
film,
dude, it just
the
looks-
film, the film actually looks good. And that's the thing. Is
I
It
like
does,
it.
but it looks
Just-
almost too good. And it's not, and they're never, every time you see a VHS video, especially a home video, it's like, it makes me want to, I don't understand how we watched them back
It's
in the
like,
day
am I
because it
having a
makes me
stroke?
sick
What's that?
watching
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's like every little microscopic movement, everything looks like,
Yeah.
and especially if you,
Yeah.
if you zoom in at all,
Uh-huh.
it like, it's completely unwatchable.
Yeah.
It's, you had to have it on something stationary.
Dude, I will never forget. In the early 90s, we went to Circuit City. I was just a little kid. And Mom and Dad spent tons of money on this Magnavox camcorder. It was massive in a big plastic case.
Oh yeah.
Mom filmed everything for years. We have so many home videos.
Really?
So many. Yeah. She's recently,
So you were America's Funniest Home Videos family.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure. We
yeah.
watched that all the time. Yeah, Mom filmed everything. And I have
Those were
tons of DVDs.
those were considered a really good deal because not only could you film your own videos, but it had the RCA outs where then you could hook it up to your
Yeah.
TV, so that then you could rent videos
Yep.
and use that to play them back.
As a kid, yeah, as a VCR.
And
Yeah.
if you weren't careful, you accidentally recorded over something if it didn't have the tab popped out on the one from the store. So
Yep.
yeah,
God,
I know.
that's crazy.
Crazy times.
We had one of the first like top loader VHSs. One of the things, and honest to God, I think it was a RCA.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most technologically advanced. It was like a piece of machinery.
Yeah.
dude. I mean, and it was solid. You could have thrown that thing down a flight of stairs and it wouldn't have,
Yeah.
nothing would have happened to it. It weighed like 35 pounds. Literally, like quite literally, it weighed 35 pounds. And when it came up, dude, you could look inside of it and you're like, God dang.
Yeah.
Like somebody really did some work on this right here. You know what I mean? Like there's some real engineering went into
Yeah.
those type of things. I loved them. I thought it was great. And it had the remote, but the remote wasn't wireless. It was wired.
wired to it?
Yes. Yep.
Literally,
It was
had
tethered.
like a 300-foot long
Tethered.
cord.
Tethered to hold on to it,
Tethered.
yep.
Yeah.
But you know
you
what?
could take it in like the living room on the
never
other side of the
lost it.
house and still play it.
And that unit probably still works somewhere.
oh, it
Yeah.
does. But I think Mom and Dad still had it until they moved.
You never lost the remote either.
No, you never
You
lost the
couldn't.
remote.
Like where's the string go? Here we go.
Yep.
Pull it on.
It had like stainless steel like buttons on
Uh-huh.
it. Now we got all this cheap plastic stuff or whatever.
Plastic.
But I mean, that thing, there's no telling how much. I bet that thing cost $700 in like 1983 or something.
Yeah,
you know
there's no
what I mean?
telling
Like,
what Mom and Dad paid for that camcorder. No
anyway,
telling.
throwing it back, let's look at some more food. I have a feeling the best is
Oh,
I haven't
I've seen this.
That's just ham and bananas hollandaise. That's not necessarily a holiday dish, but that is a classic from
I'm on
generation
board
before.
except for the bananas. What the hell, man?
See, you do this now, but instead of bananas, you do asparagus, and you do like a nice like Parmesan cheese. Delicious.
See,
Absolutely
that
delicious.
sounds good.
yeah.
That sounds good. I can
Yeah.
get down with that.
I do bacon wrapped asparagus on the grill a lot, and that's
Do you think bananas were included in a lot of dishes and even
think
like
that's the
pineapples, which we will see later?
Disgusting,
Mm-hmm.
controversial thing ever.
Right. Well, but I think what it was is the whole reason we got like Hawaii is basically just for the pineapples and bananas, right?
I mean, probably. That sounds just like
And
something
when
we would do.
did Hawaii become a state? Like in the 60s?
I thought it was 51.
we
for some
annexed
reason.
them. We annexed them in the
51.
50s. Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
50s.
yeah.
All right.
51.
And that was basically the whole point of that, really,
Yeah.
in an economical sense. Not the whole point, because
Defeat the
obviously,
banana pineapple military industrial complex.
right? Exactly.
The pineapple industrial
You got good
complex.
pineapples.
Exactly.
We want them.
Pineapple industrial.
Well, not only was it a military thing, but I think it was like realistically like that. So that was like big that we could like have these in like a supermarket. That was not something that was always a thing.
Right.
And even in most parts of the world, is not a thing.
No.
Like you don't have bananas and all these tropical fruits because bananas
Year
will
round.
spoil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Australia, bananas were not like a commodity like they are here. Like it was kind of a specialty thing, and
Like an exotic thing.
yeah, it was very much was because there's only certain parts of the world you can really grow them effectively. And, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, that's disgusting.
it's
That's disgusting.
see now. Wait a minute.
Just change out the nanners.
What
Take
this
the
is,
banana, yeah,
guys,
take them away.
Nanners.
Put a
they're
hot dog bun in their
the
place.
most
That's fine.
Disgusting thing.
listen.
Most disgusting
Or
thing
hear-
ever.
or hear me out.
I hate
Potatoes.
bananas.
Potatoes,
Ham and potatoes with a
Hollands Day sauce.
See,
would be
now we're
good.
talking.
Yeah, I'm cool
But
with it. I'm
listen,
cool with that.
you guys are missing the whole point here. What we need here is a bowl of mayonnaise.
Where's the bowl of mayonnaise?
The mayonnaise
Exactly.
is in the hollandaise sauce.
the man, yes.
and it makes us wonder: was there like previously, before all these recipes, was there a potassium deficit that the United States recognized? And was like, guys, we got to get these bananas in here because
There's some kind of government subsidy that had something to do with mayonnaise and bananas.
Don't you know that was I bet everybody had cramps.
Bananas.
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 Nothing to do with mayonnaise.
And there
but
could
that
be
other
mayonnaise
thing.
wrapped
All right.
under the bacon.
That needs to be because like
could
you
be
get, like
there.
the mayo mustard, it's like mayonnaise and mustard premixed at the store.
Yeah.
You get bananas. and, like, they need to make it premixed.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
But here's the thing though. It's like bananas are a weird thing because like one step removed from a banana is like a plantain.
Yeah.
And then one step removed from a plantain is like a shoot. What's those oh God, what the heck are they called? My point still stands, even with a plantain. Like a plantain, when you fry a plantain, it almost has like a French fry type.
It's a very starchy without
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
sugar.
You don't
It's
realize
more-
when you eat a banana,
That's
you don't
what
realize
banana
how.
is. It's starch.
Oh, just pure starch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate bananas.
Well, all right.
I hate them so much. And here's, I guess my secret's going to be out now.
Right.
But I hate them so much that I learned this from my sister. We both hate them so much to where people don't even question. It's like, you can't say you hate bananas. So I just say, I'm allergic.
Oh, there you go.
I'm allergic.
Yeah, she's one of those people.
okay. So I just say I'm allergic.
I'm allergic to bananas.
No, everything about them is absolutely disgusting.
See, I feel the same way, but it's everything pickle related.
See,
I would rather leap
No.
off of a bridge.
No.
I was pulling for you to succeed in life until you said that.
You know what? That's fine.
Now you've got on my
Keep
bad
that
side.
opinion. I will die on that hill.
I'm a vinegar lover. That's why I love
Yeah.
pickles.
I like vinegar.
I don't hate vinegar.
Chase and Laura make some fantastic pickles. I tell you what.
Yeah, we
They're
did
the
kill it
best.
on the
They have-
pickles
Yeah.
this year.
The
I'll
cold
give
pickling
myself
is the
that.
way, and he has found he is just tuned in the perfect mix.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're so good.
Let me tell you.
What's next on our food list there, Noah? Oh, we're back to that.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Oh,
Oh,
mayonnaise.
here we are.
Oh, wow. What is that?
Mayonnaise, man.
Mayonnaise.
What is
mountain.
that?
It says something about it's time for a new man in your
A
life.
mayonnaise, mayonnaise
He's,
man.
he's a frosty slaw
It says,
man.
welcome new man in your life, Frosty
Wait.
Slaw Man.
Wait, what's on his head?
It's a pepper.
It's half of a
Pepper's the top
A
half
bell
of a
pepper.
bell
Oh
pepper.
my
Tough.
God.
so, but he is like, there may be gelatin in this one
that's
as well,
horrifying.
but it's again Hellman's and stuff, and it's like frozen or chilled or something again to make this
To hold
with
its
slaw
shape.
with slaw and the gelatin and mayonnaise and all the stuff to pack it together. So
That is absolutely disgusting. Wait, and then they're trying to distract you by like, no, we have meats and cheeses cut out.
Okay,
So like, there's
hear me
also
out.
good.
Hear me
good
out.
stuff.
Let's imagine this was more of a cream cheese consistency type of vegetable dip, similar to maybe like hell of a good dip or something.
Yeah, okay.
You
Like
know,
the cheese balls they sold
It-
Ingles.
yeah, except more like a
Okay.
cheese ball consistency.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, I could do that.
And
Yeah.
we're dipping into, and it's
Sure.
just in a
a,
fancy
a cream
shape.
cheese with some sort of vegetable.
If it were cream
if
stuff
you-
in it, I could do that. But
See, now
But if
there
you're
we're going.
telling me
Oh.
this is straight mayonnaise,
mayonnaise and gelatin?
I mean, I'll go and grab
Oh,
a
no,
hot
no.
dog and dip it in and eat it,
no,
but
no, no, no. Because oh no.
You take one of the frankfurters from the
Yeah.
the standing rib roast.
But if this is a gelatin, you can't
it's,
dip it.
it's
It's just
definitely
gonna
it's,
slice.
it's definitely gelatin, and you mix the gelatin
It's gonna be
together.
sliced.
slice it like a cake. Just like the
70s
Frankfurters.
loved
Yeah.
gelatin so much.
Yeah.
And it's all there's cottage cheese in here. It's cottage cheese, Hellman's,
I'm
and
out.
gelatin.
I'm out. I out.
when is
So-
everybody? When do you put mayonnaise in your cottage cheese? How do people even think about this?
You're like, you know what
It's
this
the
is?
same
This doesn't
difference.
have enough egg and olive oil in it, so I'm gonna put some mayonnaise on it,
Oh my god.
or vegetable oil, whatever they use.
Okay, how were people back then not sick like all the time and have horrible stomach problems?
Well,
Well,
they
what-
are now.
Well, what they did is they all died of heart attacks from eating too much
and
mayonnaise.
cancer, yeah.
And too much cheese because the cheese conspiracy. Because we have way too much cheese.
I think we do too. No, I think you're right. Cheese has to go on everything. JB will agree with
I
you.
don't eat it.
Hey man, come
I
on
don't eat it.
now.
Y'all
Don't
can
be-
just
don't
take
be
that.
going against-
No,
don't
no.
be
If
going
I
on
if
the
it didn't
cheese.
if dairy didn't give me
Good
migraines,
for you.
before I got to that point, I would go and I would get like a wheel of brie and eat that. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I got to drive into town. I'm gonna like eat like a pound of brie on my way into town. Like,
I had that last
It
for the
was
last 2
so
nights for
good.
dinner. I
So
just had
good.
prosciutto and
I,
brie.
I love cheese. I can't eat
great.
it, but it's still, oh my goodness, it's the
There's
best.
a conspiracy theory
Oh,
that,
it's so
that we have a
good.
cave somewhere in the United States that has 2.1 billion pounds of cheese.
I've
Where'd you
never
get
Billion
heard
with a
that.
B. It's a conspiracy theory video by Wendigoon.
Oh.
I'd recommend watching it. It's very
Oh, I like
interesting.
Wendigoon,
Yeah,
though.
he made it the cheese conspiracy. It's very
Okay,
entertaining.
all right. I
don't
thought it
know-
was
I
going to
don't
be
know-
something crazy
no, I
until
don't know
you
if
told
it
me
was
who
in the
made it, and I
billions,
like that
but we have
Wendigoon
a lot
guy.
of cheese sitting somewhere.
And he's from around here too, actually. That
Yeah.
Wendigoon
Yep.
guy.
Yeah.
I like him. I think he's from he's up like somewhere up in Virginia. We're just right up.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah, I
to
like
us.
him. Yeah, he's a good
I would recommend watching that. It's a very entertaining video.
cheese conspiracy.
Cheese.
What are they planning on doing with it? Melting it and flooding the earth?
No, not flooding the earth. They're
Because
just
I'm down for
they're
that.
just-
I mean,
What a way to die.
Yeah.
What a way to
Yeah,
die.
I'm
They're
there.
just trying to get Americans to eat more cheese because they got more cheese than they need.
Well, I think what happened was, see, the American Dairy Association basically controlled, like, advertisement for a long. Got milk, best most effective
Yeah.
advertisement maybe of all time.
Got milk and beef for it's what's for dinner.
Yeah.
Like two
Yeah.
things you remember,
That's
right?
Yeah,
the
because
video's
the
about.
things you have to have is beef and a dairy product.
This is totally off topic from food, but talking about marketing campaigns, I think the best marketing campaign that has ever existed was J.G. Wentworth's 877 Cash Now.
Yeah, you might be right.
Oh
Agreed.
my god. Yeah.
I
I hope he
need.
made a fortune.
I have
Yeah.
a cash settlement and
Yeah.
I need cash
Yeah.
now.
Go
Who-
JG.
whoever- The
It's
marketing
somebody-
genius was that came up with that campaign. They deserve every horrible thing that happens to them in life.
Yep.
The band should cover that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should.
It's a
we
great
should-
idea.
We should.
We
do
should.
That. That'd be great, like a little interlude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And now a word from our sponsor.
That is a good time. Run the ad, Noah. Josh,
Chase,
before we continue this podcast, I've got this package I absolutely have to get out
right now,
immediately.
this second,
It's critically important.
you've got to go to Big Al's Pack and Ship.
Duh. How could I have forgotten? Our very first sponsor.
Yeah, and they'll ship it out any way you want, FedEx, DHL, or UPS.
And somebody told me Big Al's also has mailbox. Now, is that true?
They do. We should totally get one so we can be showered with gifts by our adoring fans.
100%. And they'll shred all of your important documents for you.
Thank God, so we can get rid of all this evidence before the FBI gets here in the morning.
That's absolutely true. And our NDAs that we have to get notarized.
We can get them notarized too after we fire all of our employees.
Of course, we're big on NDAs.
We sure are.
Yeah,
we sure are.
absolutely.
And when it's time to move,
They've got you covered with U-Haul rental. Any U-Haul you want, and all the moving supplies to get you started.
wow. They also offer copying, faxing, and greeting cards. They really are a one-stop shop.
We use them all the time with our business in the construction industry. They've notarized all of our construction documents and construction contracts.
This is a service that we both personally use. I ship guitars out and other musical equipment that I sell on occasion. Big Al's has always been really good to us.
No joke. So if you got something to ship out or any of those services that we talked about before, go see Big Al. He'll take care of you. Roan Road in Spruce Pine.
Big Al's Pack and Ship.
We give a shit.
Thanks, man.
I'll take it.
We're back.
And we're back.
Woo. Things have changed.
Things have changed. The more they change, the more they stay the difference. I don't know what I'm
What?
talking about. I don't know. What even am I doing today? Yeah, so go check out our sponsor, Big Al's Pack and Ship. Big Al. I'm
Big Al.
sure he
Love
can.
Big Al.
Love Big Al, yeah. He's awesome. Alex is awesome. I'm sure he can get you your packages delivered
Big Al's
swiftly.
must have been busy.
Oh, I'm sure.
I saw where he posted. He was like, if you want to ship a package, get here early.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good for him. I'm glad he's busy. You know, speaking of advertisements and on the Christmas theme, I told Laura the other day, one of the most effective Christmas advertisements I've ever seen, and I know we've got something on this
Yeah.
later, but the Corona.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's so simple. It's just on the beach and they're whistling.
Yep.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh Christmas, and then the palm tree
palm tree
lights
lights
up.
up.
They have that has gotten more traction.
It's such a good.
They've used that for 20 years.
The whole
Yeah.
series they did where it's just Corona and just relaxing on the beach, and they
Yep.
changed subtle things to make it fit the season that they're
Right.
advertising for.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Genius.
it's M&M, the one where they're, creeping into the Christmas tree and they run into Santa. And then the Hershey Kisses where they do
The
the
Carol
Jingle Bells.
Bells.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Classic. And
That's
it's
a
been around
classic
since
one.
we
Yeah.
were like in high school.
Yeah.
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 I mean, sometimes it's just little simple stuff like that that
Yeah.
really
It
runs
works.
or whatever.
It does.
Don't mess with the good thing.
That's right.
Well, I've got some ads pulled up. We can check out some.
Do we need to
vintage.
finish our food or first?
That was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
I think
What?
that there may have been one more, but we didn't have it sent over.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That,
Okay.
that was
okay.
the one he was just showing me. It was
Oh,
the
okay. All
pineapple.
right.
I'm
gotcha.
sorry.
That's good. No,
we can,
it's all good.
describe
My
it. It's a Miracle Whip.
Hang on.
It's the-
I can send it to Noah real quick.
Yeah.
I can
They,
send
they,
it to
they
him.
decided to forgo mayonnaise, and that was like a cardinal sin when I was a kid. Was like, if you give me a sandwich and tell me it has mayonnaise on it, and it had Miracle Whip instead.
Oh, dude.
Nuh-uh.
No.
Uh-uh.
This shall not stand.
I'm big on that, dude.
I go both ways. I like it.
But
Oh wait, we missed
I
this one
like
too.
it.
Did
Oh
we?
yeah, we got to have that one. The hostess tree.
yes, the hostess
How
trees
did I
are very
miss
good.
Hey,
these?
Mr. Kitty. Oh, he's scared now.
It's a Christmas kitty.
No, but there's one of these where they decided to, instead of the mayonnaise, they went with Miracle Whip and
Oh dear God.
made
no.
a frozen concoction with pineapple, like we were talking about. The pineapple was big.
Yeah,
Come in.
exactly. That's what.
Um,
I don't have the pineapple one.
that was like the first one he sent, I think.
Wait. I see. I found
Yeah.
it. All right, no, I'm going to send these to you in the messenger here. You can open them up.
I mean, is it this?
No,
No,
I'm
that's
sending it.
that's
I'm
something
sending it
I was
right
going to
now.
talk about later.
Okay. Ooh, my full screen. Didn't mean to do that.
There we go.
I promise I'm good at my job.
There you go.
Oh, looky here, folks. Welcome to the Yule. Look at this Yule log. I feel like this is a more tropical take, a more tropical
Ooh, and it's Miracle
heart
Whip.
attack
That's so
version
bad.
of a
Miracle
fruitcake.
Whip,
Yeah.
Okay.
sliced pineapple, honey, maraschino cherries, almonds, and whipped cream.
See,
So you're mixing whipped cream and Miracle Whip with the honey to make this sweet, frothy like stuff that then you freeze in a mold.
Fluffy.
Yeah, it's fluffy.
Wait, what's the
Fluffing is
green
good.
stuff?
That's probably the. That may be part of the maraschino, not maraschino cherries, but the other ones that are the green salt like you have in,
Yeah.
fruitcake.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever that is.
It's,
Yeah.
What are
it's another
those?
candied fruit
Right.
type of thing. But so you take some of the syrup from the pineapple and you mix it with what they call salad dressing, the Miracle Whip, and whip it up with the cherries and the almonds and the honey, and you fold in the whipped cream and you alternate layers of that mixture with the pineapple. Put it in this mold so it can kind of sit there and you freeze it so it gets solid, and then you wrap it or you unwrap it and you coat it with the almonds.
Right. And then you
And
lie
you
it.
serve it. You lay it down on its side and you serve it because it's a Yule log, and your guests will be amazed. It says,
Your guests
and
will
let
leave.
the feast begin with a special blend of spices of Miracle Whip salad dressing from Kraft and the sweet taste of Dole Blue Label sliced pineapple. Together, they make a Yule log you'll love.
Noah, you got to put the camera on you for a minute. This
He's
cat
trying to get to the.
is trying to get the hat.
No, he's trying to eat my hat.
Hey, Mr. Kitty, you're on camera.
With that,
He's like batting at it.
bud. You'll see
He's
my
he's
hat.
trying to figure out
I
why
love
everybody's
Mr.
dressed so
Kitty.
weird tonight. He's
Yeah,
like, this
I think
is
that's what he's
like,
trying
this
to
is
figure out. The most wide-eyed cat of all time. Look
Yeah.
at
All
him.
right.
But listen, you got to have a pineapple Yule. You know what I mean? Again, I
know
feel
what,
like
I know what I'm taking to Hannah's party tomorrow.
Yeah, precisely.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I'll bring a
Precisely.
side of mayonnaise.
Okay.
Yes,
Someone has to
I'm
bring the
just gonna
mayonnaise.
show up with a bowl of
somebody's
mayonnaise.
got to bring the damn mayonnaise.
It has to be.
Why did I come to your house if you don't have fucking mayonnaise?
It can't be. It can't be in just like the tub. It has to be in a bowl, but it has to have some green garnish
Yeah.
around it.
Right.
A nice,
Yes.
a nice
some
crystal
parsley,
bowl.
some parsley or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
sprinkled around it.
Parsley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Again,
may
feel,
add in diced hot dogs.
put it back up just one more time, Noah.
Slightly diced.
The Yule
Just
log.
one more time. Again, I will say I feel like if you replace the Miracle Whip with cream cheese,
That would be okay.
Now we're talking.
That's a lot of cream cheese.
Yeah, well,
That is a
No, but
lot of cream.
but with the whipped cream though, so it does
whipped
get
cream,
fluffy.
yeah.
So it'd be a softer,
It's
lighter.
almost like a
Right.
cheesecake.
Yeah.
Maybe if I
See,
mix
there
it
you
up
go.
a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
All right, go to the next one, Noah. Please, sir. Kind sir.
This one.
This was one of the best ones.
Yeah.
This looks pretty fantastic.
Let me tell you, now this is a creation of the Lord right here. The Lord made this. for us.
Holiday hostess tree.
From Oscar Mayer.
From Oscar Mayer.
Wait, the sausage?
Yes. Hold
Yes.
on. Josh has got the description here.
You had me.
It's kind of small, so you can't read too much. But the gist of it is that you staple something on a styrofoam base and then put all this stuff on it and just kind of stick it around the outside, and you've got different types of sausages and meat. And
Right.
I think the ones at the bottom are actually pickles with meat wrapped around them for you, Noah. They've got a green center.
Noah would love that.
Those.
Totally.
And it's just a fancy way to provide food for your guests. It's in a festive manner. It's exciting. Again, it's kind of like the meat tree we
Dude.
saw earlier.
The olives at the top with the little meat wrapped looks so disgusting.
No.
This is vile.
Well, I'll tell you
That's
what I look
just a
forward
olive
to is
roll,
a good
yeah.
meat tree.
Yeah.
I tell you what I haven't seen in a while, and I hope they go the way of the buffalo, and it's right along these lines. Remember when they took the plain white miracle, just miracle bread or whatever, and they do those little pinwheels with the cheese and the meat?
Yep.
And the pickles, I make those. They're really good, actually.
I know,
No, but it's
but-
cream cheese.
No, but
And
we
corned
can't be
beef.
having that. We just need to serve it. Again, we need to deconstruct that
You
whole
haven't
thing.
had mine yet. They're very good.
Okay, so
Okay.
I actually like the little Wonder Bread pinwheels. Those are okay. Those are.
I
alright.
do
I can
the
that.
really thinly sliced corned beef, cream cheese, and pickles. And I'm telling you, they are amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, that might not be that
Really
bad.
good. That is the
There
only
you go.
one old school thing that my grandmother used to make that I'm like, oh my
That
God.
just goes back to what Chase has been saying about almost everything on here. Is like, well, if you change the ingredients slightly to something that's not just straight up mayonnaise.
Yeah, right.
I feel like the mayonnaise lobby was really killing it in the 70s.
Well, you know what mayonnaise is made out of? Vegetable oil.
Vegetable
And
oil.
eggs and vegetable oil was big.
It was
back
huge.
then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was huge. We're gonna stop all that though.
Right.
No more vegetable oil.
I hope
Cheryl,
It
It'd
runs
be
my
nice.
it runs my diesel Jetta pretty well.
there's a
great.
bomb in
Dude,
the
there was-
diesel Jetta.
There was a guy that we went to school with. Who was it that had the car that ran off of vegetable? That was Ryan Stanley.
Ryan
wasn't it?
Stanley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah, but it smelled like you were driving behind
Driving behind McDonald's all day.
behind a Burger King.
Yep.
It
Yeah.
was like I wasn't aware that there was a fryer, truck in front of it.
Nope.
I don't know how true
I'm
this
I'm
is.
just getting 45 miles to the gallon on free fuel. So
Hey,
But I've heard Burger King's fries are not actually like cut potatoes. They're just like
like a
starch, kind of like a starch mixture that's been like shaped into French fries, and then
like a Pringles,
yeah, kind of.
where Pringles is that mixture that they
Uh-huh.
form.
Yeah.
I think McDonald's
Maybe.
fries are
Haven't
real
heard that.
though, aren't they?
McDonald's fries are actual potatoes.
They're
Burger
so
King's
good.
fries do taste great.
They do.
They're so good.
Yeah.
They do.
It's all that MSG.
Yeah.
So good.
No.
All right. We want to move on to the advertisement
let's move on to
reports.
some
Yeah, we can
ads.
go back to that.
Let's move on to some.
Buddy, there have been some. Everybody sleeps on
I've got that
Christmas
open,
ads
Noah.
because of the Super Bowl.
I've already
ad.
got it
Which
open.
one?
You'll have to. It's. I've already got the YouTube video pulled up there. It's
Okay.
behind what you have pulled up on the screen. You just gotta
Wait a second.
escape out of that.
Give me 1 moment.
Look how good we look.
Oh yeah, we look great. Look fantastic.
Uh-huh.
It's a pretty good crew we
Huzzah.
have here.
It is a good crew.
Yeah.
JB, I have to say, I love your descriptions.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
You're
great.
you're a very good communicator of 70s.
Recipes.
I work really hard to sell what I cook to my kids.
Right. That is true.
I'm used to hyping it up a little bit.
Well, I was going on about something the other day with somebody, and I was talking about they try to hide stuff and all that. And then I
Full
thought
screen,
about
please.
how many times I've hid vegetables in spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
When I cooked, and at the time Ryder didn't like onions, and so I had to puree
Oh,
I put them in this
puree
sauce.
them.
Joan,
and
Joan,
all
Joan
the
will not eat
veggies
onions and veggies and sauce, and so
everything.
I can put whatever I want in a spaghetti sauce. If I saute up the veggies and throw them in the blender, puree it,
Oh,
pour
yeah.
it back in, and it's fine. It still tastes great. It's not
like, I
it's not
just
the
need some
same. It's
greens
not
in
what I
there,
would
you know?
make
I
for
need-
myself.
Right.
But
Veggie
the kids will eat it,
sorts.
and they're like, "Wow, this sauce has really good flavor." I'm like, "Because it has actual
Yeah.
vegetables in it that
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
give
how
it
that
the
works.
flavor." It's not.
Tastes
It's
really
not. It's
good.
not just tomatoes and meat this time.
Right. Gotcha. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
All right.
When you have a taste for the holidays, you want a soft drink that tastes like the holidays. You want the crisp, clean choice that's everyone's
I knew that's what it's going to be.
So good.
Oh man.
the Uncola. Because you never know who might drop in.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That was nice.
On all 7-Up products.
Th-
To make the season bright.
Pause it for a second, Noah.
That transition of the straw to the candy cane as
Yeah.
Santa picked
Very
it up
cool.
was
Yeah.
perfect.
that is.
That
Very
was
cool.
that was a
Well
good
thought.
commercial.
And the cranberry 7-Up
So good.
is the shit.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
It's
It's
so
like the
good.
best thing in the world. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
You're asleep.
Finally. Just gonna load this CD. They're
In
gonna
our
love this.
smoky Christmas bedroom.
Loading CD-ROM
Yeah.
Windows.
Smoky. Everyone.
Type device equals C:\\DOS.
Wait. Okay. Where do I find that?
Where do you find what? Type
Basic
edit
code.
A:\\.
Edit a colon?
No, edit A colon. A colon.
A colon.
The letter A.
You do not have enough conventional memory free. There are 27 callers ahead of us.
If you're looking for a multimedia computer that actually works,
Maybe we got the wrong installation program.
Maybe we got the wrong computer.
Is this a Windows?
this is really
Oh.
Back at
Look at that, Noah.
You saved the receipt.
Apple in the 90s.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great
Should we
So-
keep going, or-
Yeah.
Okay.
if you could get everybody's Christmas gift at the same place? Maybe you can. I'll let you in on a little secret. The Holiday Gift Center at Blockbuster. After all, everybody has a favorite movie. And who has more favorites than Blockbuster? Besides having more movies to rent, they also
Blockbuster.
have more movies
Hell
to
yeah.
Oh,
for the
you
kids.
still have it.
Still got it, man.
Dude, look at the
So take care of
relic.
everybody on your list. Make it a Blockbuster holiday.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
Oh,
All right, pause it for a second.
2001 issued.
Yeah.
October 29th, 2001.
Yep.
Dude,
So
I miss Blockbuster so much.
For whatever reason, that's still been floating around in my wallet. And a couple weeks ago, I got carded buying beer at Walmart, and they were like, "Got us your ID," and that was what it was at the top of the stack. And they were like, "Oh, never mind."
That's awesome.
Like, yes, I'm old enough to have a Blockbuster card in my name.
Right.
They're like, "You're good."
That's great.
Oh, I wish I would have held on to mine. God. Also, Family Video in the, out in North Carolina here.
Yeah. Family Video was good.
Yeah.
And what
I
we
still
Down
got a
toward
flick card
Piedmont.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
we,
Flick
what
Flick
was the
Video.
one?
Yeah.
What was the one? It wasn't Flick Video, but it was
Hollywood
the other
Video?
one. No, that was out. It was a local one that was in
The shopping center.
Yeah, what was that?
Oh God.
Oh,
It was.
yeah. It's where
Yeah.
the Wagon Tails
Uh-huh.
is
Yes,
now.
yeah.
I thought that was Flick Video.
No.
It was it was someone else. It was his competitor.
Yes, and what was it?
There was a local independent one up in Banner Elk too, up there next to Bella's for a while.
Yeah.
For years.
But Stamey's was huge around here. I mean, they were in everywhere. They were in Burnsville. They were in Spruce Pine. They were
done
in
in like
Newland,
Hickory and Morganton,
all over
and-
the place. But Luther Stamey started that, and you know how he started it? The way he got started is when Mom and Dad owned the hotel. The big thing back then is when you went to a hotel, they had a video rental thing where you could go and do and because they didn't before like video on demand, like on that all the on demand stuff that started. And so you would have like a rental place where you could rent movies or whatever. Well, Dad had that down there in the bottom of I don't even remember this. That's before I remember. But he sold when they got an on-demand system in the hotel, he sold
The collection.
to Luther, and he started
great.
Stammy's video.
Wow.
Yeah,
Flick Video.
Flick Video.
I would love to know what the one was called, because we went in there quite a bit with my grandmother. We went and rented videos in there all the time.
what was that called,
I don't
man?
know.
Did they rent Nintendo games and stuff too?
Oh,
after a
yeah.
while?
Yeah.
Oh
they
yeah.
did.
That was the weekend back then. It's like you
Yeah,
get
you
your
go
friends, you gotta
and rent a
spend
new
the night.
video game. Yeah.
You could also rent videos in the back of P&R back in the day.
Oh yeah, I remember that because that when we used to go out to my grandma's house, that's where we went and rented videos.
Yep.
That's the first time I watched Die Hard. I rented it from there.
Nice.
I remember.
Nice.
Were you supposed to rent it from there? Were you
No,
allowed
I was
to?
with my uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had Blockbuster already passed during my time?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I remember I was at ETSU when the Blockbuster in Johnson City was closing down, and I went in there and
Yeah.
bought a bunch of DVDs from them.
They lasted for a while in
Yeah.
Asheville. Ryder was very young, so
yeah,
like
you were a
right
baby,
when they
Noah.
like just very baby.
Yeah. There was one still in Boone up in the early 2010s too, I think.
Right.
A friend of mine worked for Samaritan's Purse, and he went up to Alaska, I think, and it was one of the last ones open anywhere because they didn't have any internet out there. So renting videos was still a thing
wow.
up north. I don't think it was Fairbanks, but it was someplace pretty far north. And he was like, this would have been like 2018, something like that. And they still had a Blockbuster you could walk in, but they were Blockbuster, but they basically weren't corporate Blockbuster at all anymore. The company was basically gone, and it was just them.
Franchised out.
Yeah.
Well, there's still one that exists, I think.
Yeah,
One.
they did a documentary about it or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, the last Blockbuster or something like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was
I
the
miss
thing,
those
man.
days.
That was where you went and rented all your games. Like if you wanted to play a new video game before,
Yeah.
like you could download them and stuff before internet became like a thing. And then see, even when the internet was around, that's what you got to understand. It's like even when the internet, it wasn't like the
It wasn't
internet. It
anything.
was not like what we have now. Like
No, it was dial-up.
it was dial up. Yeah, and you really just I don't. After a while, I was like, why are we even doing this? Like, what is the point?
What
You sent
is
emails. That was about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Send emails and check maybe message board or something. Some
Right.
forums and stuff online.
You go to Ask Jeeves and,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
type in
ask-
a question.
Yep. I remember
Ask
that.
Jeeves.
Dude.
I asked a lot back then.
I asked Jeeves all kinds of really messed up stuff.
Yep. He never had any real answers.
No. Well, we thought it was cool. All right, go ahead, Noah. I think the next one's another Blockbuster ad, isn't it?
I think as you see the little
Yeah.
pixelated blue block.
Yep.
What if he's hungry? You won't be hungry. Every other kid in the world's gonna feed him. Okay.
I don't remember any of these ads.
Is that a Sega?
Playing
Is
Mario.
that a Sega that he's playing?
Yeah.
Sega.
Because it had the round.
Yeah,
Just
the
it
round
was a Sega,
was,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
Toy Story. Oh my God.
Look what's popping up at Burger King. Toy Story puppets from Disney's latest adventure movie now in theaters. Get all 4 high-quality puppets for your kids. $1.99 each with any great-tasting value meal.
I actually remember that commercial.
Yeah.
Noah, pause it for 1 second.
It didn't feel that long ago. Like the first
Yeah.
Toy Story.
Right.
It didn't feel that long ago.
When was that? 96? 90 earlier?
I thought it
About a
was
week.
99. 98, 99.
What?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't
We
know
got
that.
we got
I
to
thought it was
figure it out.
98, 99.
I thought that was early 2000s.
Here's
Still,
the
it
other
doesn't
thing.
feel that long ago.
The other thing that was awesome. back in the day,
1995.
1995. That's incredible.
No.
Yes.
There is no
Yes.
way.
Yes.
What?
Well, you got to remember that was like 2 years off from Jurassic Park, where we like proved to ourselves that we could actually do like
CG that
CGI.
people
in
it was worth
CGI,
watching.
and then like the bridge from that was starting to do computer animation like that, you know.
Yeah.
And Pixar was the first one that really took that.
My mind's just blown right now.
I know it seems
95.
ridiculous, doesn't it? But you don't realize how fast it went.
That's yesterday. That's
Yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah.
but it's almost 30 years ago.
And the other thing, Noah, is like back in the day, like fast food toys that came with like Happy Meals
They were actually
like
cool.
a real thing.
Really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and then there was restaurants that had like you could have like collector's cups.
The cups. We had the cups.
Oh, everybody had.
You remember the McDonald's Gotham City cups?
Yes,
I have.
Everybody
I still
had them.
have one of the Gandalf crystal chalices from the Lord of the Rings from Burger King.
I tell you what, my mom and
It
dad
had a
did.
red LED in the bottom that lights it up.
They bought the Smuckers.
Sick.
Oh yeah, I remember
The
those
Smuckers, and then they were like perfect cups.
Yeah.
They were made that way.
Uh-huh.
They had like a smaller bottom
Uh-huh.
to where it was like a perfect like a that type of thing.
Drink cup.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was awesome. But yeah, you would eat the jelly out of it, and then it would turn into a glass that you could have,
Drinking
a decorative glass. And then what you would do is you would stagger. You would buy the small ones and the big ones, and that way, but you have the little just water cups that you would. I swear to God, I think my mom still has a few of them.
Really?
Oh, they're indestructible.
Yeah.
Those things were indestructible.
Yeah.
Absolutely indestructible.
I have so many of the McDonald's Pokemon cards still in my collection in my binder.
Nice.
Right?
I've got like 10 at least from
But
McDonald's.
all that is like a holdover from when, like, remember when they did the California raisins at Hardee's?
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember
Yeah,
that?
I do.
Yeah. Yes,
I
exactly.
sure do.
All right, go ahead.
Burger King has a great gift idea for the holidays that'll go a long distance. No, not another necktie for Dad. Or a necklace for Mom. Get up to 15
Look at
minutes
this
of free
CGI.
crystal clear communication from U.S. Sprint when you buy a $5 book of Burger King gift certificates. Give the certificates to friends for great tasting Burger King food and use the free long distance to call anyone you like. So get fiber optic communication and ring in the holidays with
Free long distance.
Free long distance,
All right.
baby.
Sometimes you
Pause
break
it just
the
a minute,
rules.
Noah. That was back in the day. So, Noah, back then we didn't have these cell phones. So,
know that.
in order to call someone outside of your area
local
code,
area.
your local area, you had to pay extra money, and it was called long distance. Like if I called Asheville, it was long distance, and
Yeah.
it would charge you like
If you called Burnsville,
10
it was
cents a
long
minute or
distance. That's where
whatever.
the different numbers, like, so you had your area code, like we have now, like the 828.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, back then it was 704.
704.
828 used to not exist. But anyway, then you had the second
That's exchange.
set of three
The
digits
exchange, yeah, the
were
local.
where you could call for free. Or without extra charge. And so, like, the 765 numbers was what you could call on that phone.
Yep.
But if you called Burnsville, it was a 682 number.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you had to pay money.
Yeah, so anything
Yeah.
that stayed on your local exchange was going to
Right.
be basically switched locally,
Right.
but as soon as it had to reach over that trunk to the next exchange,
Right.
And also, if you
was
had
when
the
you
minutes
spent
for
money.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was what that was. You could call long distance. So if you had a friend of yours that lived in like California,
Go buy a
it
phone
costed you
card.
a fortune to
Yeah.
call them. You had to
That
go buy a
was-
phone card and put it
That
on.
was why it was a big deal when legit companies had you could call a 1-800 number to call in and order something for free. It wasn't going to cost you anything on your phone bill.
It's a toll-free number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What a world. What a world that
I
we
feel
live
like
in.
our
and here we are, and
generation-
AI is getting ready to take over.
I
I
know.
feel like our
we
generation
still have
has
a
lived
toll-free number
through
for my
like
work.
so much, you know. Like
Right.
we
ordered
have
one from
gone
Microsoft and we
through-
paid monthly credits on it to have a toll-free number.
Right.
So,
Our generation has gone through so many different changes and
It's
just
insane.
everything.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think the first legit smartphone was 2005, 2006.
Yeah, probably something like that. It was the
Right
iPhone.
around whenever I was born is whenever the first smartphones actually started being
Yeah.
created.
Yeah, whenever the first iPhone was, and then they had the droid
Well, they
that
had
competed with that.
Kyocera Palm phones.
Yep,
a
I
few-
had
a few
one of
years
those.
before
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Those
I had one of
those are
those.
closer to way closer to 2000, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like an internet phone, but you could kind of surf the internet on
Yeah,
it.
the
kinda.
web
Yeah.
OS type
Yeah.
weird stuff.
It was
That's
terrible.
crazy.
I remember being in line with a friend of mine at the movie theater, and he was like, "Wait a minute, they're sold out. Let me check my smartphone and see what times the other theater has tickets available." And you could do that, and it was everybody else was,
That was crazy. Back
standing
in
in
the
line
day.
looking at us like he was
Whoa.
from another planet, and we hopped in the car and went and got tickets for something opening night.
Wow.
And we're good.
That's crazy.
I know.
It's wild. All right, go ahead.
I'm just learning how inconvenient everything was before.
It
I
was
born.
incredibly inconvenient.
Oh my
You
God.
had so much
You
more
just roll
time to
with
do
it.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just roll with it.
But now we've just filled up that time. I feel like with the time that we're saving, we just fill up with other shit.
We do with
Like-
YouTube Reels or
Right.
Facebook Reels.
Doom,
and
Exactly.
YouTube
doom
Shorts.
scrolling,
TikTok.
doom scrolling
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
doom
Noah.
scrolling. Yeah.
I remember this one.
Campbell's.
I remember this one. Yeah.
Campbell's.
This is.
Nothing melts away the cold like a delicious hot bowl of Campbell's soup.
That right there, that face
Yep.
is what they.
Yep, that's a classic.
Still no snow, huh? I bet I can make it snow. Have you had hot cocoa? Well, no wonder. Come on.
Carnation instant hot cocoa.
Yep.
Something magic always happens with Carnation hot cocoa.
Carnation. What in carnation?
The best Christmas ever. Our store begins with
Christmas Crunch. Crunchy sweet
Woo!
stars, stockings, trees,
and these, my new Jingle Bell Rocks.
Shredder.
Force them in and
Yep.
stir till your milk turns red.
rockin' red.
It's a tasty part of a ballad.
That sounds about as bad as mayonnaise and everything.
I also feel like the quality, I feel like it was better than what we're seeing, too. Remember, like, the quality felt better?
It seemed like it was.
You
but
right? It
compared to
seemed
now.
like it was, I guess.
Oh, this is a good one, too.
I remember this
Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah.
Just a second, Tiger.
Dad? It's Santa Claus!
Hey, so it is. It's great. Santa can. Let's go. Bring it home for the holidays.
Vibe kill.
Coca-Cola
God
popularized
Yeah.
Santa Claus
Hey, pause it
advertising.
real quick.
And the dad didn't think to question where his son got a random Coke from.
He's like, where'd you get the money to get it out of the machine? Right?
Yeah,
Right.
right.
But Coke really did popularize Santa Claus advertising.
As we
big.
know it, yes.
Yeah.
I think me and Laura were having this discussion earlier. Like, basically, Coca-Cola had pretty much invented what we know as Santa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's where all that stuff came from originally.
Yeah, I saved this to my phone. I'm gonna send it to you.
So
No
you're
way. You
telling
can.
me Santa's manufactured?
Yes.
It's crazy.
In the way that we
We're-
know it, and
we're not
America.
saying he's not real, and you're not going to get any Christmas presents this year.
But he's not real.
But
You're
If
not
you don't
gonna get
shut
any
the hell up,
presents.
he's gonna give you coal.
I stopped believing in Santa like 4 or 5
Don't say
years
this. You
ago.
don't say it. Just don't say it out loud.
Can't say that on the air, man. Oh, gosh.
Don't do that.
I'll never forget when Noah
my kids might be watching.
stopped believing.
Probably
How,
not.
how old was I?
I'm sending you something first, Noah. You have to open this up. Let me.
I don't think I was that young when I finally like.
All right, yeah. If you would show that real quick.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh no.
Oh, go back. Zoom in.
Zoom in on that. Yeah, make that window full screen so on there so it'll like there you go.
Merry Christmas.
So when did Coke switch? When did they switch to having the polar bear for Christmas? Because they didn't they?
Gosh,
Yeah, the polar bears
you
was
were
like.
messed up, man.
I'm so dead. You have no idea. You have no idea.
I think the polar bear was
Early 2000s.
yeah, early
late
2000s,
90s, really
yeah,
late 90s,
late
maybe?
90s. Early, we remember the polar bear.
And he was he was a CG polar bear.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
But yeah, that's not the way polar bears really are.
Bears being bears.
This is real. This is real polar bear. This is after they have their Coca-Cola.
I think, to be fair, I think
This
it
is-
looks a lot
no, they
worse
have the
because it's
Coca-Cola
scattered
after.
amongst all that white.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
They have the Coca-Cola after, just a nice topper to finish it
I mean,
off.
I'm not saying that they ate Santa. We're not saying they ate Santa.
Yeah,
But they may hit this. I do see a
can't-
red hat over
You can't tell.
Yeah, I do see a pair of boots in there somewhere.
Well,
Okay, that's good.
it's just splattered all over the back of him.
That one bear in the middle definitely was getting his meal out of there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. All right, carry on.
If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, get on the ground. If it's white, say goodnight.
What's that from?
About bears is what you're
It's about
supposed.
bears. It's bear safety.
Polar
Oh, yeah, that
bears.
makes sense.
Polar bears are the big. Are the
I thought you were
big.
talking about gang violence or something.
Nope, talking about
I legit did.
I wasn't
like,
gonna say
God dang.
anything, but I was like, we're canceled.
Nope, that's bear safety.
Thanks, Chase.
All right, keep on rolling.
God, just that Coca-Cola on the side. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I remember this. It's a good one.
Just wanted to set the mood for this one.
It's a banger.
I don't know how much money they spent in lights.
New Coca-Cola Santa Packs, the only real holiday refreshment. Look for this display at your store.
The only real holiday refreshment.
Hell, it is.
I know.
Holidays are so stressful.
You're not going to drink Pepsi
Right.
at Christmas.
No.
You don't drink Pepsi on Christmas.
Are you a communist?
No.
Give me a dang ginger ale. My tummy's hurting.
From all this
All the
Coke.
holidays and Coke.
Oh, right, here we go. Here we go.
Here's the polar bears.
It's the polar
And
bears.
now we're
Oh,
thinking about the
God.
polar bears.
Oh my God, classic.
We thought this was so good back in the
Oh, I know.
Ultimate CGI.
Yeah.
You love it.
Coke, give it to your kids.
Feed your your little kids Coke.
Yep.
Do not give Coke to polar bears. Just to preface.
Oh, there's
yeah,
their
the
meal.
seal.
There's their meal.
There's what was in that picture, probably.
Yep.
He's like, looks like Seal's back on the menu, boys.
Food's coming.
See, I always
Oh,
remember.
look, they're getting along.
Well, if
Because
they
it's
feed-
Christmas.
If they feed the seal enough corn syrup, it's gonna get fat, and they'll have
Right.
plenty of food.
Yeah.
Can you make foie gras out of Seal?
Seal foie gras.
Hey, I'll try it.
Absolutely.
I remember watching all these at like grandma's house,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Cookie crisp.
Weren't they like bandits or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Cookie bandits.
Yeah.
Communist Italians.
Communist Italians.
Better than fascist Italians.
Why they gotta be redheads?
Buddy, Cool Whip does get a lot of play at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And has for a long time.
Oh.
So does mayonnaise.
So does it used to, yes.
Now get a medium pepperoni pizza for just $2.99 with your favorite large pizza at the regular price.
$2.99 for a pizza.
That's insane.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That's insane, man. Oh, yeah, and the kid makes breakfast?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Or no, he's making it for Santa.
Santa, yeah.
For little Santa.
Little Santa.
Lego my ego. No, that's.
Is that Vern Troyer? That is Vern Troyer.
Yeah, it is.
Didn't he pass away?
Yeah, he did.
Uh-huh.
Not
Yeah.
long ago.
Santa's got sleep apnea and
What's the Energizer Bunny?
It's the Energizer Bunny.
Santa woke up late for Christmas.
yeah.
Happy holidays from Energizer.
Boy, speaking of, I'll pause it real quick. Speaking of one thing that got a lot of play, that Energizer Bunny has been
He kept going and going
and going and has been going since like
Stop.
the mid '80s.
Yeah.
And it's still every time I see a Energizer advertisement.
Has anybody seen the bunny? Where'd the bunny go? Has anybody seen the bunny?
Yep.
Nothing stops the Energizer Bunny.
Except for those polar bears.
Duracell used to have a good advertising. I'll never. Anytime I think of Duracell, yeah.
Pew.
Yeah, that's what you think of.
Ching.
Yes, exactly.
Nothing stops the cover top.
And there's something to be said for that. Like, honestly, advertisement is really a pretty cool field. Like, there's a whole other. I can envision myself in like another life, like going into something like
Jimmy
advertising.
here to talk about this, cause
Jimmy would have been the
guy.
perfect one to talk about the advertisement stuff. It's perfect. All right, go ahead.
And absolutely nuts. It only comes but once a year. The Jubilee Roll from Friendly.
Ooh.
Just order any of our classic burgers. And we'll make you a Jubilee Sundae. Free.
Free.
That got
What's Friendlies? Is that
Friendly,
that's,
the cake company. Friendlies, yeah.
At home.
Were they a restaurant?
that got any mayonnaise in
I
it?
think it was. I think it was a restaurant.
I'm sure it does.
This one got a lot of play too.
I remember this
Yeah,
one,
me
yeah.
too.
Tis the season to be sharing, Fred.
Happy holidays, pal. Oh, Fred.
Fruity and Cocoa Pebbles cereals, part of this nutritious breakfast.
Pretty sure that's John Goodman's voice.
Pause it. Part of this nutritious breakfast.
Right, nutritious.
No, it's fucking not. I'm just saying it. It's the worst thing you can eat for breakfast.
It's
Let's just
part.
say it.
It's part of the nutrient, and they always show it with eggs and toast and bacon, and like a cup of coffee or
Part of a
something.
balanced
Yeah, if you eat that every day.
So it's part of the breakfast. It's more like
Should
we've
be a
been
tiny
added
bit.
it on to the nutritious. It was a nutritious breakfast. We've added it on. It's
what
not
it
really-
was part of the continental breakfast that you got when you went and stayed at the Howard Johnson.
Yes.
Yes.
In a faraway location.
We're
That's
on,
what it was.
We're on
because
vacation.
Nobody actually makes that.
We're going to visit grandma or the cousins for Christmas. We're staying at the Motor Lodge.
Right.
And here we go.
That's
we got
what it
this.
was. This
This
one right
has been
here.
around
This is
forever.
another
This
one
is-
that
yeah.
is, and it's still you
Yeah,
still see this.
This was playing on YouTube yesterday.
You see, even Noah knows this one. And this
See,
started
I
probably
love
what
it.
in
I
the
love that it's like
late 80s,
expanded,
early
like-
90s. Yeah, this is another
It
one. that's been
expands generations.
Yeah.
I love it.
I saw this in like
But
2010.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You can even tell it was shot in the 90s.
I saw the more rendered version of this, but
And that probably cost them
$9 million to ain't a lot.
Levi's.
Looking good. Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Brian Cranston.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Oh my God, it is.
Yep.
Space Jam.
Polo, white diamond, sir.
So it's no surprise you'll find more last-minute gifts
Beautiful. You've got to get that for her.
at JCPenney.
I got in, I got out. Nobody got hurt.
Hurry in for great
Amen. See, that's an advertisement towards men.
That is, yeah.
Well, and their wives, of course. Look, you can go to JCPenney and not be drove crazy,
And not be
honey.
violent.
Right, right.
Eatings from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now get a holiday bucket of chicken, a pint
$10.
Oh my God.
or a holiday meal.
$9.99 for a whole meal.
A bucket's what, $40 now?
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's inflation for you.
wants this holiday to be your best ever.
Kmart.
All the best gifts are all at Kmart's best prices. Festive ladies
I've
holiday
never been
sweaters are
with
just
Kmart.
$19.99. All fine
yeah.
jewelry, including 10 and 14 karat gold, is now a spectacular 60% off. This RCA 5 CD stereo with 2 speakers is Kmart priced at just $149.99.
Look at that. Now
I
that
used to
shit was
have that
badass.
one. I used to have that.
Look, T-Foul. Remember, everybody had T-Foul back
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, T-Foul's still popular.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kraft introduces Charlie Brown's
Kraft.
Christmas macaroni and cheese.
Wow, my very own noodle. It's as if they've captured my true essence and manifested it in noodle form.
New Charlie Brown's Christmas macaroni and cheese from Kraft.
It's been made into every shape known to man.
Yes.
Yeah.
For Santa?
I happen to know that the Jolly One is partial to this chocolate. Besides, he is leaving me a bevy of Yuletide booty.
Oh, you were good.
No, that's what the M&Ms are for.
Oh.
Melt in your mouth. They don't do that anymore.
No, they don't.
Classic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
This is a classic one here.
I remember this one. I've seen this one.
exist.
Santa?
Yep.
MasterCard has something special in store for you this holiday. Master Values. Now use MasterCard and save up to 25% at some of your favorite stores. Save on the latest music at Sam Goody and Musicland.
Ooh, Sam Goody.
Sam Goody.
Go.
Takes me back.
Yep.
Save on Mattel toys at Toys R Us. Look for
Toys R Us.
values only from MasterCard at these and other fine stores.
So I got to know, how many people, pause it just a minute, Noah, how many of y'all have been chasing the Christmas dragon since childhood, trying to get that feeling, that magical Christmas feeling again? Because it never comes back.
It gets worse with every year that's added on.
Yeah.
And it comes to the month of December for me where I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm stressed out. It's just not a joyous time. It's deadlines, it's money, it's everything. I've lost the joy for it.
I feel like
Sadly.
this year's a little different. Like
Things are hard.
It's hard.
The situation here
Yeah.
is definitely different. It's hard. I definitely, having 5 kids and everything, being able to make Christmas happen for them, even though we don't spend a whole lot of money, that makes it work.
That's a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but that brings that feeling, like
that magic.
see,
Yeah.
And it's not a like, oh, we pretend Santa Claus is real.
No. That's not what I'm
just
talking
like
about.
having a special time of year where
I
have time off from work, spend time with the family. We're
Yeah.
cooking food. We're
Yeah.
we're opening presents. We're just enjoying being around each other.
I agree with that.
That happens.
Yeah.
I think probably if I were by myself on my own without any family, like it would be harder. Holidays are hard time for a lot of people.
Yeah.
They are a hard time.
Like I miss we always had tradition. We always drive up to Ohio together and see all the family up there. And as you get older,
Wait a minute. It's not just driving to Ohio. They would leave at night.
We would leave. We would go to midnight mass,
Yep.
and then we would leave and then drive up, and we get there like at
Christmas morning at some point.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Christmas
And you're
morning,
waking
we
up
take
on
a little
Christmas
nap,
morning as a
but
kid.
then we wake up, with our whole family and everything, and it's so
Yeah.
wonderful. And that was always a tradition we did every year since I was born.
Her family is very much like that. Like it's very much that like quintessential like
Right.
family thing. And I just don't have a family like that. Like that's not the way I've ever done it. But I'm like,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
My
Like, that's
my
pretty sweet.
dad comes from a huge family. My mom comes from a huge family. So there's just always all family all the time. And so, getting older, it just comes down to like, well, it gets harder. And then, we have our family now, and Kara's got our family, and mom. And it just gets harder. And it's not like how you remember. And doing that little thing makes it feel like Christmas time. And it's just it's different. Life changes.
It does. Yeah.
It's hard to stay connected to the
Yeah.
the generation and the people before, like your parents and their generation.
Yeah.
Especially as parents stuff starts to pass away, you know what that's like. And trying to hold on to that, and then also I've live in a different state from my dad and
Right.
family and
Yeah.
stuff we grew up with, so
Right.
that's different. But making our own things happen with our kids has been good.
I've kinda
but
learned
it's
that, too.
tough. It's tough. And we had a mandatory fun day, as we call it, a company work, luncheon at work a week ago, and it's one of those things like everybody's like, oh, we're here, and on the one hand, it's like you want to have fun and hang out with everybody, but you're also kind of like, it's the end of a really long fall. It's been really tough on a lot of people over here in Western North Carolina, and it's not that you don't want Christmas to happen. It's not that you want Christmas to be over, but you don't want to deal with the corporate, like all the advertising and all the. I don't want to have have people telling me I need to go out and buy a bunch of stuff and do all these things.
Put up these lights
Like,
and put up,
I want to have a good time with my family, and my friends, like
Right.
and and so that's special.
I appreciated that.
Yeah.
JB, you said it earlier. You were like, I'm looking forward to getting this Christmas
Yeah.
started. Like,
Yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Like, I
Yeah.
really do. Like, I think we need to take time to be more of that, do more of that type of
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? It's so true. It's just
It's always more about the people than it is about anything else.
Sure.
bingo.
Sure.
Bingo. That's really it, I think.
Yeah.
And that's what we've lost, I think, in all this. And I think so many people feel that artificial pressure because of all the corporate nonsense that you've been like ingrained that this is what you got to do. You got to put on this giant thing. You got to put up a Christmas tree. You got to put up lights. You got to. That's not. None of that actually matters.
No.
Just family. That's it. And friends.
That's where I miss going to Ohio and seeing family and everything. But, now we have our big family and friends here now. And it's, it's just, you just
and
get
I hope
older,
we can cultivate. I hope we can cultivate. Like, I see, like, a community being cultivated here.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, between all of us and the extended friendships that we have with everybody else. And, like, and I think coupled with this whole hurricane thing and everything kind of coming around, like, I hope people really begin to, like, let's come together and, like, dude, bring back poor people's potluck, man. We used to do that all the time when we were younger. When we were in our mid-20s or our early 20s, nobody we knew made any money. And we were like, if you actually wanted to eat like a real meal, we just all threw in together and like, dude, we ought to start doing that type of stuff again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what matters. That's what matters.
It is. It is. And that's the dragon I've been chasing.
Yeah.
trying to get that magical Christmas feeling back from when I was a child, and
well, we'll get there.
Yeah, we will.
It's work in progress. You got to work past that, and I think when you've been like we are, and like it's evidenced by all this, because this was like all of our.
Oh yeah.
And it was made to be this huge like grandiose thing or whatever, and then now we're the ones that have to pay for it and do all this
hundreds
stuff.
of dollars on food.
Right.
Thousands of dollars on decorations. It's like, where does it end?
That's where I'm like, holy shit, we're the adults now.
Yeah.
And now we have to do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
I feel like this is the cycle.
I
almost want to ask my grandmother, like, did you pay for all this shit?
They did.
Did you really pay for that?
They did.
Well, but here,
$30,000
they were going
credit
out.
card debt.
Right, exactly.
They were going out and just buying things of mayonnaise. That's it.
It made it easy.
Christmas.
I got mayonnaise. We're good.
That's why we have all this.
Brought to you by Big Mayonnaise.
Hellman's and Dukes, please sponsor us.
Oh God.
Let's go for Dukes.
Exactly.
Dukes. Yeah, my family, my parents made no bones about not having a whole lot of money. So our Christmas was never like big extravagant thing.
Yeah.
But it's like we grew up with extended family in the area when I was about 8 or 9 then at that point. And so we'd have Christmas, and it was the chance to see the cousins and other people. That's kind of what we looked forward to, even though we could see them other times during the year and stuff. But nobody should feel like they need to go into debt for Christmas to make that happen. That's rough, and and I had families who did that, and it's like I'd see them, the day after Christmas, I'd go over to their house and hang out with the kids down the street, and they would have a new Super Nintendo and 8 games right off the bat, and all this stuff that cost a ton of money in 1991 or 92, whenever that was, and then later in the year, you'd hear their parents arguing about how they were going to pay their light bill or something.
Right.
It was like, well, hold up. My parents never worry about paying their light bill. It's like we don't overspend and have this credit card debt. So
it was true, but you've been ingrained through a lot of this type of stuff.
Yeah.
As awesome as it is, but you're like, we have to buy all this stuff. We have to look like all this. We have to be the McAllisters for for
they make you think Christmas is supposed to look a certain way.
Right.
Yes.
And
it has a
and it
certain
doesn't.
aesthetic.
It doesn't.
No.
But then we have all this, and it does. It does. You have this aesthetic that you have to.
Well, I think now, like, you can have a lot of the stupid Christmas stuff, but we need to just rip away all the bullshit and get down to the bones. Like, give what you can to somebody. I think the point is that you give to the people that you love, and not just give gifts, but give of your time, give of your attention, give of your. Like, hey, like, I haven't seen you all year. Right. What's up? Like, tell me what's going on in your life. Like, like,
that time and the attention is something you might not be able to give to them at a later point.
Yeah.
So that's.
But we're too busy on these things.
I know.
To make that happen, and that needs to change. 100%.
Yep.
100%. All right, Noah.
Play this McDonald's
I don't know
ad.
if I can exactly relate to the conversation, because now I haven't started buying yet. I'm not really So, I mean, the thing is with me, Christmas is always associated. So my birthday is in October. Christmas is 2 months away. Christmas is the big stuff.
Right.
That's when I get like the really big, cool gifts, and it's always kind of been that way. But as I've gotten older, my list has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller because I've realized
you have everything.
I have everything.
Yeah.
That's what Dakota. I asked Dakota. He's like, I literally don't know what I. Number one, I don't really want anything.
Right.
He's like, and I can't even figure out anything that I could actually need, like and use.
Right. Yeah.
And I know
That's
one
good.
thing. I
Yeah.
thought of one thing. I know.
No, but
I know he'll love. But
that's a real blessing for your kids, and
Yeah.
and my
Dude.
kids are that way in somewhat. And
We live in such a time of excess. Like
it's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. And my oldest birthday is December 23rd. So
yeah,
I make a point to be like, this is something I'm doing for your birthday, and then here's a Christmas present.
Right.
Not easy on the pocketbook every year to have all that double up with everything else going on for Christmas.
Right.
Again, not trying to spend a bunch of money, but still trying to get kids something to need or want like that. But it's tricky, when it's that close together to figure that. And as they've gotten older, it's been interesting to figure out, what the kids are actually interested in and something that they can have, and try and plan for those gifts. It's like something that's going to last them.
Yeah.
If I'm going to spend some money on it, not a plastic toy that's going to be thrown out in a year.
Right.
But like a pocket knife, or
as they get older,
got one of my
gifts
girls a set of
become more
bongos or something years ago.
meaningful.
Stuff that, like, she likes percussion, she can keep that. That's a set of bongos. She can play those forever.
Right.
Not while I'm trying to take a nap or anything in the house. But,
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. No, you're right. Like, try to find stuff that will actually be useful, and meaningful too. Something that will actually last.
Yeah.
So true. Speaking of lasting a long time,
McDonald's.
Here's McDonald's.
That's Mr. Ronald.
Go ahead. No.
What's new?
This was back when McDonald's was fun, before it turned to millennial gray.
I had a birthday party there.
Yeah, it was the shit.
It was awesome.
McDonald Land? That's where I'm from.
Yeah, I hear it's really nice.
I hear where you're from is really nice too.
It's okay.
Yeah, because you got that basketball hoop over your garage and your back porch. That great wind chime.
I made that at summer camp.
Plus there's that beautiful field.
Where I chase butterflies.
Hey, when you're in McDonald Land, who's going to make the decorations for your dad's birthday party? Who's going to be the snowflake in the school play?
Ronald.
Who's going to feed Mr. Goldfish?
Hey, Ronald, I think I hear my mom calling me.
Oh, okay. Bye, Lindsay.
Let's run over here next to that
To start the holiday
Buick.
sooner,
Yep.
Or you can head to McDonald's for some way cool miniature Mattel toys, like Polly Pocket or the Attack Pack, 10 in all, one with each totally toy
Well,
meal you buy.
I had those Polly Pockets.
Yeah, maybe the toys weren't as cool as we thought they were.
Those Polly Pockets were pretty sick, though, because
I
they
had
made the
them.
male
Oh, I loved
version,
them.
and they were awesome, dude.
the Burger King movie tie-ins were
Yeah, they were
They were
pretty spot
legit.
on.
I remember this commercial.
Yeah.
He's good, but I think he's missing something.
Pause it for just a second, Noah. If I was in the woods and I saw Ronald McDonald come out looking like that, I would fucking freak out. I'd
Tap
be
you on the
like,
shoulder.
look like Kevin McAllister from the Home Alone.
I mean, so
Just
even
saying, if that showed up, I would be freaked out.
even the last commercial with Ronald McDonald, where it's like, she's like, I want to go to McDonald Land, and he's like, well, if you come here, and it's like, wait a minute, so you're talking to this guy, clown guy who shows up outside your house, and talking about going away with him someplace else. Like, do you want a balloon? Does it float? Like, that's.
This is Pennywise.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Pennywise disguised.
It's Penny
as Ronald.
Fries.
Yeah,
Penny fries.
Exactly.
God, if he showed up and be like, give me a cheeseburger. I'm hungry. I've been making this damn snowman.
Exactly. All right,
That's a Halloween costume for next year. Penny fries.
Penny fries.
It's Pennywise with Ronald McDonald.
We have to write that down. Somebody write that down because that's good.
Did they discontinue Ronald?
I think they did.
Oh yeah,
I think they did.
Yeah, they dropped
Wait,
Ronald
why?
a while because Ronald is a
Creepy old clown.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
it's a little
McDonald's
outdated.
changed their whole aesthetic from the fun play place, clown, child friendly, have fun place to like this.
They adopted the Starbucks model.
It's funny. Drab
Well,
coffee shops type aesthetic.
Yeah,
and
that's what kids are into.
It's funny
because
because
really sad. It's like, stop being adults. Stop trying to be adults.
Yeah.
Be a kid.
have your laptop out and your MacBook.
Bring back the Hamburglar and
Yes.
the purple.
The-
What was
do you-
it?
do you remember-
Grimace.
Do you remember when they
Grimace,
tried
yeah.
that? It was like either maybe late 90s, early 2000s, the Arch Deluxe
Mhm.
burger.
Mhm.
They tried to have this like very adult, like high dollar, like fancy burger,
Right.
and it bombed.
bombed.
It bombed.
That
completely.
happened at
Yeah.
what was it? It was Burger King or something. They did the $6 burger.
Oh, that was
Remember that?
That was Hardee's.
Hardee's, yeah,
Yeah.
$6 burger.
$6
Yeah.
burger. God, I would
had
love to
that.
have a $6 burger now.
Yeah, now they're like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
McDonald's has $6
But so
burgers.
it's
now.
interesting. McDonald's tried that with this more grown-up adult marketing thing with this fancier burger.
Yep.
And it flopped. And then time goes on, and they say, "Well, we're actually going for that." And I mean,
Yeah.
Do you remember when McDonald's had
That is
pizza?
funny, actually.
They had the little pizzas.
do you remember when there used to be McDonald's in the back of Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when the McDonald's had the salad shakers?
Yep. I remember the salad
Love
shakers.
Oh my God. I
Actually,
love
salad
those.
shakers were a great idea.
They had
I
spaghetti.
just have to
Dad-
say,
McDonald's had spaghetti.
How many of these
That's
has
great.
Noah
My dad
heard
would
of?
take us to get salad shakers and McFlurries when they would actually make them for you.
Yeah.
remember the high C syrup McFlurry?
Yeah.
Like a dreamsicle. Oh.
Yeah.
So up in
good.
up in
Have that
up in
back.
the frozen north in Wisconsin, where I'm from, they would have a lot of like actual fresh fruit milkshakes.
Really?
And you could get like a real like peaches milkshake during part of the year, real strawberry,
wow.
real strawberry.
Well, I think we had that down
You
here.
may
actually.
have
the
that.
peaches.
You may
I
have
think
had
we
that.
had that one
Um,
because it was
yeah.
pretty good. I
yeah,
remember that.
very very good.
Yeah.
But that was again back in the 80s, maybe
Right.
through the early 90s, and then they changed to that chalk.
Yeah, they
milkshake
imagine
flavor.
going to McDonald's.
You know,
Noah.
you know what the chalk milkshake flavor they
Oh
have.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It changed.
Yeah,
They changed.
it
It
did.
changed, and it's
Imagine going to McDonald's and you order a salad shaker, and it literally is a
It's
is
a big drink cup.
and you ordered the big they filled it with lettuce and a big drink cup, and it,
It
had
was
like, one of
a
those
large
dome.
plastic drink cup.
Yeah.
And you squirt in the dressing on top of the salad and,
And then you
chicken,
shake it
and you
up.
just shake it.
Then you put the lid back on, shake it
Yeah.
up.
and then it makes like a Caesar style salad or something like that.
Yeah.
We have the chicken
was
chicken
so
Caesar,
good.
and
But
then
did you know they had the most sugar, the highest sugar content
Oh,
in the
yeah.
salads than in anything else, even the desserts.
Yeah.
Isn't
Really?
that wild? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Spurlock.
You look ridiculous.
I know.
What Morgan? What?
Morgan Spurlock, remember he did the McDonald's, the Super Size Me thing?
Mm-hmm.
He went over that during that back in the early 2000s.
yeah,
Yeah.
Supersize.
R.I.P.
That's probably. Do you know about
Yeah.
the supersize?
R.I.P. Morgan Spurlock.
No.
McDonald's came up with this brilliant fucking idea in like 95 or
Yeah.
6, somewhere around that time, where they were like, you could get a supersized meal.
You could basically
I
get a
think- I
5-gallon
think
bucket of Coke with a
Yeah.
with a barrel of fries.
Yeah. Be like,
That
can I
was
get
exactly what it
a
was.
cheeseburger meal? Like, you want the supersized?
yeah, supersize me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
supersize me.
And it was like a nominal charge. What was like $1.50
Yeah.
or like something? I mean, it was like one of these very affordable deals. Like it wasn't that much more, but like basically what they did was everybody just ordered the supersized meal because it's like we're gonna get the best bang for our buck.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're gonna
Or we
pay
can
this,
share it.
I can pay like $1.12 more and supersize it. And they had the supersize, remember, plus
Yeah.
below on the menu. Remember that? That was a brilliant marketing campaign. And basically what they did is just like take their whole menu. All that was just like, we're going to take it and raise the prices. Because realistically, those weren't that big than what you were
No, they weren't.
Remember the whole thing? They made it look like it was so much bigger, but it wasn't actually. And when every time you got the supersized fries, you never got them to the top either.
No.
It was a bigger container,
Right.
A little red
Right.
cardboard
And they
cup.
put the same amount of fries in, I think.
Yeah.
And now the the small ones, they come in that white paper thing. The small used to be the red thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now they're just in the actual paper little.
It's a little
Right.
envelope.
Flat.
Little envelope.
Yeah,
Envelope paper.
An
Yeah.
envelope of fries.
Got to airmail some fries to myself.
You could make a whole documentary about the advertisement and marketing campaigns that McDonald's Corporation has had over the years.
I watched an episode
Same
of
thing with Coke,
Good
too.
Mythical Morning a while back where they actually recreated a Big Mac of old, and they were freaking massive.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, like what they actually were. I mean, it was like this big. It was a real hamburger.
It didn't just seem giant because we were really
No,
little.
they were
They
actually
really were
big.
that big.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember them being way
Yeah.
bigger.
Buddy, McDonald's
Yeah.
plays all them kind of psychological
They
games
do.
and shit with
They
everything
gaslight
they do,
us
man.
constantly.
Everything.
And with all the chemicals they pump into it.
Yeah.
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 Go ahead, Noah.
so
Let's play through it. Their advertisement's
So
still pretty good.
They are.
Go ahead.
Damn, I'm hungry now.
I'm
Me too.
a little hungry now.
Don't go with Ronald. He's taking you in the woods.
Yeah. So if
Don't go with the clown.
that guy shows up and he's like, want to be my friend, and walks you off in the woods.
Right.
No,
Oh, that's the
Five goes west.
that's the rescuers.
Oh, the rescuers. Yeah.
The famous heroes from Walt Disney Pictures' new animated feature, The Rescuers,
Rescuers Down Under.
The Rescuers Down
One
Under. Yeah.
ornament's free when you buy a $5 book of McDonald's gift certificates or $1.49 with any food purchase.
Very handsome, but I prefer the real one.
Oh,
Not gonna lie, those fries looked real good.
Yeah.
McDonald's is celebrating Disney and Pixar's A Bug's Life.
I've never been to a McDonald's that looked like that.
No.
No.
Even the fancy one in Biltmore with the grand piano never looked like that.
Have you ever been to
Oh
a,
my
have you ever been
God,
to a
I
rock and
love
roll
him.
McDonald's?
Ants.
No.
How am I gonna get us out of this one?
Ants.
I love that movie.
Or bugs.
Bugs
Life.
Life.
Bugs Life.
Bugs
Yeah.
Life, yeah.
Nuggets for just 99 cents? Did somebody say McDonald's?
Tasty.
Ideas that give your
Oh, Pillsbury Doughboy.
Pillsbury.
Try sprinkling sesame seed on buttered Pillsbury crescent rolls. For a
Why?
delicate, flaky, extra special dinner roll for the
Ooh,
holidays.
why? Pause it just a minute.
Pause it.
Pause it just a minute.
Try filling it with mayonnaise.
I gotta know. Right? The sesame seeds don't change the taste at all. Like, why do that? It's just an extra step that's completely
Because it looks fancier,
You
Josh.
can taste them, especially if you put
And
them
you
on
have to put
before they
cranberries and
toast, they
mayonnaise in
taste.
Yeah, it's got to have a vegetable loaf inside of it.
No,
That cranberries.
they do taste different. If you put sesame seeds on something, and especially if they're cooked in there, so they're toasted, they taste different.
Yeah, sesame does impart a flavor if you bake them with it.
I mean, I
That's the
guess.
thing.
I guess I don't know.
I would just drizzle sesame seed oil over it. You get more of a flavor you're going for.
That's probably true.
Yeah,
Mayonnaise.
That's probably true.
mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise.
And
gelatin, gelatin.
Yeah, mayonnaise, gelatin, cranberry.
This whole
Duke's
time,
gelatin.
Green jello.
Mr. Kitty's watching us from underneath the video this whole time.
I've been
Yeah.
He's very
seeing
love it.
he's very patient.
Also trying to eat my feather hat.
Yeah.
All right, play the rest of this.
To make decorative holiday cutouts for a pie with Pillsbury All-Ready pie crusts. And stay tuned for more creative ideas from Pillsbury.
Their pie crusts are good.
Yeah, they are really good. Ooh.
Tis the holiday season, and what do we see? Everybody's decorating.
Pillsbury sugar cookies.
I remember this
Just
commercial
roll,
too.
cut,
Boy, them sons of bitches are fucking amazing
Oh, I
too.
know.
I'm
So
sorry,
good.
they are
They're
really
so
good.
good.
Merry Christmas to all. And to all a good...
Someone gave that child a bunch of LSD.
We made these just for you.
Wait, hold on. Pause. Just one. The Pillsbury Doughboy can't believe that Santa exists.
So yeah, I was thinking about that. So
What?
The doughboy exists in her world to actually be reading her a story to go to sleep.
Yes.
but she's not sure. The girl is probably not sure if Santa's
If
real.
Santa's
or not.
real or
Yeah.
Right.
Again, who gave this child LSD? Okay. We're almost to the end of this.
70s parents.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
This season,
Boomers.
Pizza Hut's giving you something to celebrate. The holiday stuffer, a pizza loaded with 10 great toppings. Pepperoni, mushrooms, and olives.
All in a
Italian
loaf
sausage,
with gelatin.
And it's $5.
God, I know. It's going to be like $3.
Now at Pizza Hut, try one medium for a special
Oh,
price of
$10.
$9.99.
Yeah.
Any second
That looks really good. I'm starving.
That looks. I could
I
kill
could eat
some
that right
Pizza
now.
Hut right now.
They're what, like $25 for large
Yeah.
now? Yeah.
Yeah.
One
I don't care what
medium,
anybody says. Pizza Hut
$9.99.
delivers at all times. Pizza Hut might be the most consistent restaurant
Yeah.
of all the
yeah.
chains. Honestly,
I mean,
Pizza Hut has never made really. Well, I'm not gonna say they've never made a bad pizza because that's not obviously not true. But
Yeah.
let me tell you something. If you need food and it's in the pinch and you need it for a large amount of people,
Pizza Hut's the way
got
to
you
go.
covered.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's always there.
I do prefer Domino's better, but Pizza Hut will do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
They got the good garlic
I grew
sauce.
up on the Book It pizza, the reading program. Where you'd read your books, you'd get the star on
Yeah.
the pin, and
Bingo.
you get your
Yep.
free pizzas.
Bingo.
Yep.
That was
Them
that was
read
good
ups,
stuff.
dude. I stacked them up.
Yeah.
We called them read ups.
Yeah,
up here.
my best friend did not like pizza. He liked salad, and so he would go with his mom and get his free pizza every month. And
Yeah.
she would order the salad bar, and he would go and eat a bunch of lettuce. And she would
Dude,
eat
the
his
salad
pizza.
bar at Pizza
And I was
Hut
like, "What is wrong with you,
solid.
dude?
What is
Like,
wrong with
I don't
him?
know, but like, he
Why-
Well, there's
why
still
do
that
we-
one left. They kept it classic, where there's one location left.
I think you can get it here in
And-
Spruce Pine.
No, but it's the classic salad bar, the classic like glass lights and everything.
What do they call
booths.
that? Tiffany, the Tiffany style.
Tiffany
Yeah,
style.
you can
Yeah.
still go to the bar to get your salad and everything.
So I think
but
that's
do they have
becoming a thing
Do they have
now.
a smoking section?
Not yet.
And do they have have you ever been to
No.
the Pizza Hut with a bar, like the ones in Asheville had a
Yeah.
bar
Yeah.
in them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, now that was legit. If you could, bro, can you imagine
We
like
should
going to
go
your
on
kid's
a
soccer
Pizza Hut
game and then going to
tour.
Pizza Hut and getting a beer and pizza?
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
Now I know why my dad always took me and my sister there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get a
we
beer.
used to do that. I mean, my
Yeah.
parents did when I was little. The
Yeah.
Pizza Huts around us would.
Oh,
okay.
solid. You can get a
Get a
Budweiser,
pitcher.
couple domestic.
You can get a pitcher.
Yes,
A pitcher.
that's right.
You get a
That is
pitcher.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And it was like $4 or something.
Yeah, you're like, we can get 14 people drunk on $4. It's like- It was awesome.
Yeah, but $4 back then was like $90 today. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Go ahead, Noah.
Medium's $9.99. Any second pizza's half its menu price.
This Christmas, make your house a toll house.
Ready for your picture with my new Polaroid Captiva? Smile! Where's the picture?
Oh, come on, he came down now.
I want my
poor
picture.
child.
Polaroid Captiva. It stores its pocket-sized pictures till you take them out. So pick one up for the holidays.
Ooh.
Why does that remind me of that kid from
Augustus Gluck from
Bad Santa.
Yes.
Thurman Nerman.
Augustus Glover.
Thurman Merman.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
name is
I was thinking the one
Thurman
from
Merman.
Willy Wonka.
From Willy Wonka, yeah, that
the
was
one
it.
who gets
Yeah.
stuck in the.
Yeah.
It's hard to surprise people during the holidays.
That's me wrapping your gift.
Look at the
babe.
dog.
Give them something different, like a laser printer, electronic organizer, or cordless phone.
What the hell did anyone do with those electronic organizers?
Nobody Staples.
Yeah, we've got that.
Like, what did you do with electronic organizers?
You showed off in front of people
Right,
that didn't
right,
have them.
Yeah.
exactly. My dad had one of those. He actually used it too. See, look. Amy Grant and Vince Gill.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. They still live in.
They live on Mountain Air.
Yeah, Mountain Air.
Yeah.
He's one heck of a guitar player too.
Yeah, he is, buddy. Oh, they did a Target, and now they would be like, "You're too conservative."
Yep.
It looks like the animation from the Snowman.
Yeah.
Remember that
Yes,
movie?
yeah.
yes.
God, I love that movie.
This has to be a Charmin ad.
It's gotta
It's
be.
gotta be.
Velveteen Rabbit Real.
Ah, Velveteen Rabbit.
Velveteen Rabbit.
More Target. Yeah.
Target.
We
real.
had one of those. Well, my brother Ben had one of those when we were little. He called it Brown Bunny. It was a little Velveteen Rabbit.
See, we didn't
stuff
ever
right
get
there.
any of these because we didn't have Target near our location, so
Yeah.
we never saw any of these Target
I
ads.
still can't believe it's been around for that long.
Right.
Leanne
Leanne Rhymes.
Has America ever formally apologized for country music? I feel like we should.
Well, we shouldn't apologize. We don't need to apologize for nothing. We're America. We can put up with trash.
I mean, the Canadians apologized for Bryan Adams, so it's the least we could do.
I always thought the Tricks Bunny was on crack.
Oh, he was.
He's too thin.
Part of this complete
He's obviously
breakfast.
not eating that Tricks, or else he's
No.
working it off.
It's full of sugar. Yeah,
Right.
he's
And
burning it
the-
off somehow.
The honeycomb one, it seemed like he was always
Oh,
smoking
the honeycomb bee.
Good
That's like
stuff.
Yeah.
his eyes are kind of.
I'm on that good stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I might do a little too.
That was actually a really good movie, too.
That was.
Damn.
Awesome.
Taking us back to our childhood.
I love
Wow.
it. Dang, we did that 2 hours.
Yeah.
1 hour 54.
154.
Wow.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays,
Merry
everyone.
I feel more
Christmas.
festive now.
Merry,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Merry
That was
Christmas,
very,
Noah.
very fun.
This is Noah's last Christmas. Well, it's his first Christmas as an adult, really.
Yep.
Yep. So
I'm on
Let's
board.
go, Noah.
Awesome.
you got some underwear
I
and
expect a
socks
present
now.
under that tree,
Yeah, I do too.
honestly.
I can't start buying until I start getting paid.
Well, you
Good
better
job.
figure it out.
Yep. Go to work.
We expect presents in March.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Great. Thanks for having us.
Everyone, we love you all so much. Thank you for making this possible. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps us out tremendously. It doesn't cost you a thing. And we will see you next year.
And 1, 2, 3. Merry Christmas!
Hey, everybody. Goodbye.